Hammer, just maybe don't bring me on camera until I say welcome to the Intense League. I say welcome to the Intense League. All right.
The loudness and the energy, I just couldn't believe it.
I'm back in my zone now.
I love the energy of the crowd. Let's go!
'Cause I'm back in my zone now.
I'm gonna keep burying you in the ground as fast as I can and as deep as I can.
I enjoy when things get a little saucy.
Give me a freaking break!
Every match you play feels like it's the finals.
Fire, you want fire.
And that's what the fans want to see.
That's what intense tennis is.
Welcome everyone to the Electric Owl Studios in Atlanta, Georgia, where global giants like Disney, Netflix, HBO, Warner Brothers, and many more bring their stories to life. But today, inside Stage 3, it's not just another story being told, it's a whole new chapter in the sport of tennis. Welcome to the Intense League. Hello everyone, I'm J.Y. Bona and I'll be your host for this weekend where we have week 3 of this bold new era of tennis where men and women compete together in a fast-paced format that create a true team environment that tennis has never seen before. And today at 2 p.m. we had the challenge team taking on Jacksonville, where all eyes were on Sam Nicholson if he could continue to maintain that performance. And once again he did. Even though he had a slow start, he picked it up. Great finish there in the men's singles portion. Annabelle Thomas finished them off even better in the women's singles match, and they took over in the doubles. Tomorrow at 2 p.m., Tampa will take on Jacksonville in a revenge matchup from week 1. Tampa was furious after their week 1 performance, but they've reloaded with some key pieces, and they're ready to serve up a different outcome. But tonight, coming up at 7 p.m., Atlanta gets their shot against the host Tampa, where after a huge week 2 performance thanks to the return of their head coach Marcello Ferreira, Atlanta now has to answer the question, was that week just a flash of brilliance or the start of something real? But first, we have to get into the rules that impact these teams and these players, and there's no one better to bring in to discuss all of this than the heart and soul of our commentating team, Luke Jensen.
The heart and soul, yes, I love it. The awesome, that is everything with intense tennis. It is great from start to finish. I just want to bring up before we talk about the rules, this is a brand new intense tennis ball. You'll see this before every single bolt. This is after just 10 minutes of intense tennis. Look what these pros do to this thing. You see the streaks of red? Those are off the strings from these pros. It is such an amazing format, and the talent out here is extraordinary. These are the future stars of the game.
Well, Luke, let's talk about how the court surface and these balls that do get worn down, it is a little bit of a grittier surface, and we have the scoring format where you win 1 point, it counts as 1, but you hit a clean winner, it counts as 2. But as the match gets longer, balls slow down a bit. How does that change things for them?
It blows up. You see the intensifiers. Those are the ball kids out here making sure within the 14-second clock, the players have the ball. They can't put an extra ball in their pocket. They're only allowed 1 ball for the 1 serve. So what happens is, as the points get going, as the bolt gets going, the players start to steady out things. Longer rallies, more distress on the ball, more torque from the strings and from the swing. So you'll see the coaches expressing, especially for the players that are behind, making errors, losing points, extend the rally. Let's keep this ball in play a little bit longer, and that's where you see the wear and tear off of the balls.
When we talk about a faster paced format as well, and we saw it with the challenge team with some of the new players experiencing this for the first time, how different is it to only have 14 seconds?
Yeah, we've seen a couple of those times that where players in the first match ran out of time, bouncing the ball too much, mentally trying to set up what they want to do with the point, but you don't have time. Quickly, first of all, you got to figure out which court am I serving to? Did I just hit a 2-point winner? Am I serving to the same court or am I going to the next court? How's the math? What's the tactics behind it? And of course, the coaches that are brilliant. We have some tremendous talent on the coaching sidelines that are giving players different X's and O's, positives, and of course, always the negatives of what's going wrong in the bolt, of how to play a better point the very next swing. So I'm really impressed with the coaches. I'm really impressed with the energy, but I'm really impressed for these players to step out, singles or doubles, and try to find in 10 minutes their best tennis.
Let's talk about Marcello really quick, because we saw a huge difference. He couldn't be here for week 1. Then he came back in week 2, and we saw a totally different team.
Coach Marcello is a fire starter. A fire starter in this Atlanta team that was really a dead battery, couldn't get up off the mat. And then the last time he was coaching, you could see the energy, the passion, the structure. I would run through a brick wall, right? Any of us who competed at this level, like you did, like Stokey did, we would love this type of coach that's going to be on your back, making sure you're finding your best tennis at all times. He revs up this Atlanta squad.
Well, and he revs them up. And how important have we seen when teams don't have good energy on the sideline?
They're out, right? They're done. They're not done in the second or third bolt. They're done in the first bolt. Every team that's brought the energy, and I'm telling you, this match coming up, I've been waiting for, because we have two titans of energy. The coaches are just elite. The players know that they need that extra push from the sideline and from their game to elevate.
And we have to talk about arguably the most important rule change, which makes this a true team format: substitutions. The ability to pull players in and out. How big is that for the coaches?
I think this will be the biggest match you're going to see, because coaches are going to have a short leash on these players. They can't afford to get down double digits. They got to stay within that 10-point, single-point range, because if the match gets away, we've seen it, once it gets the doubles, there are a lot of 2-point conversions. And especially, remember Atlanta last week? They were poaching and moving. Kevin King is a net beast. He's picking off 2s all over the place. So it really has to be one really with the emotions and how you tactically move forward properly, not too quick, because you can get lobbed, you can get passed, and those are 2-pointers. But basically, who's going to come out of the gates, win the energy point, commit to making sure that we have more energy than the other side, and Atlanta's kind of feeling their game right now.
Well, Luke, thank you for taking the time with us. We're going to get back to you during the duel, and when first we're going to take a look at how we got here and take a look at some of the highlights of week 1 and week 2.
This week is the first time we're in this INTENNSE Arena.
Oh, super excited about it.
Everything's neon, everything's lighting up under the purple lights.
It's like a basketball arena.
You feel like you're playing for someone much way bigger than yourself?
First time stepping on a court is going to be crazy.
There's definitely going to be intensity and energy.
Let's go! Coming in as a challenger and beating Team Atlanta men was something that I wanted to do all day. Shutting some of these fans up has been the best thing for me.
Yes, I expected to beat Team Atlanta today.
They just did well, and they played the conditions better than us today.
It was an intense match.
Maybe it didn't go exactly as planned. Credit to Jacksonville.
Sam came out, started on fire.
Kudos to Sam. He started insane.
I just tried my hardest, and I got the win today.
Intense League, get there, get at it.
I was feeding off the crowd.
This is what, honestly, a lot of us tennis players and competitors live to play in.
That was the most fun tennis match I've ever played in my life.
I'm gonna get back when I feel when I feel like.
Jacksonville will be taking the W today.
When I feel like.
So happy, so happy. Opening weekend, I guess there's some nerves, no doubt. For me, I always see these opportunities for improvement.
When I feel like.
Hopefully we win that energy battle.
We have a really good plan, and it's going to work.
We also have a very good plan. For sure.
They don't have...
We do. Yep, awesome.
Marcello did a great job firing us all up.
Somebody has to lose, someone has to win, but I know it's going to make us hungry to come back and beat them.
I want us to be the most passionate, most resilient team in the league.
Gonna get back. When I feel like. When I feel like. Don't give me when I feel.
Tennis has a really funny way of humbling you.
I'm Trent Bride, and I play for Team Atlanta.
I grew up in Suwanee, Georgia, had the best childhood ever, had amazing parents. My dad was actually in tennis. He was the director of tennis at a country club called the Standard Club, and that's how I got introduced to the sport of tennis. I won the Super Nationals for 12s. It was the clay court Super Nationals, a really big tournament. After winning that, I was #1 in the country for that age division. And that's when I knew that I could really take this thing far. And I really wanted to be a professional tennis player. And that was my only goal. I wanted to be top 100 in the world. That was what I wanted to do. So from 14 to 18, and was able to be lucky enough to get to 8 in the world. It's a brutal grind. You're not going to luxurious areas, 15 years old, going to Lima, Peru, staying in a room with 3 guys, beds back to back to back, no hot water, no AC. We would open up the window at night, just we can get a little bit of air, and there'd be construction all night, we wouldn't sleep. I was dealing with that at 15. I mean, it put life into perspective for me. Professional tennis, when you start at the bottom, right? When you're starting with the futures, it's the same thing. You're losing a lot of money. So until you get to the ATP events, it's not a great life in any way, shape, or form, really. I had an opportunity to choose whether to go to college or to turn pro. And of all those guys in the top 10, I think I was the only one that actually pursued college tennis.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Electric Owl Studios, where inside stage 3 is the INTENNSE Arena. And we have coming up shortly Tampa versus Atlanta in our prime time matchup. Marcello is back at the helm. We take a look at the production truck, Hammer and Vinny and crew and everybody that are getting us rolling and ready for the party tonight. That is starting at 7 p.m. We have to take a look at the Tampa lineup because they have added some pieces to really make a huge push for the rest of the season. We have Nory Adam, the captain, Mr. Smiles that's been there all season. KP Panu coming in. He's had a lot of success on the ITF and ATP tour. Sam Frizzell. But then when we get to the women, we have De Souza, the consistent figure there. But Sion Mendez and Kate Shurabura. That women's lineup right there is the one that I am really looking forward to see how they perform, because I think whoever wins that matchup is going to decide who is going to be coming up. And Kate Shurabura, in her first performance last week, what an incredible job. Kate, thanks for joining us as you get ready for tonight.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, tell us about your first experience in the previous match. Coming in, kick serve, serve and volley. What was all of that like?
It was just really fun, honestly. I had a blast, and I thought that it would be a good idea because coming to the net, you know, you can hit a volley winner, it's worth 2 points, so I thought I might as well try it, and it was working well for me, so I just continued it.
Now, you playing tennis at Georgia Tech, so you played in the team environment before, but this is a little bit different, right?
Yeah, definitely a little bit different.
And what was it like managing all the rules, the nerves, the stadium, the arena, everything, going through that? You know, what was your biggest focus as you were preparing in practice for all of it?
Honestly, like the environment, I feel like college prepared me for it a little bit just because everybody's loud and you have a team. Obviously, it's a little different with the rules, but I was more just focusing on my game, honestly, just the tennis itself. I thought that the environment honestly helped me a lot, so I didn't have to focus on like getting through it.
And so now, just like in college tennis, here you have coaching allowed, you have your teammates on the bench. It's like 3-3, and the match is always coming down to you, right? What's it like having a team right there supporting you?
I mean, it means a lot. I feel like they're all there to support me. They all believe in me, so it just gives me extra confidence when I'm in a tight moment.
So what kind of adjustments in your preparation have you made from week one after getting some experience coming into now?
I just have been, practicing and focusing on like my one serve and practicing that a lot in practice and just like mentally preparing for the weekend, I guess.
And then we have to talk about some of your teammates. What's it like having the man who's always smiling, Mr. Smiles himself, Nory Adam, to kind of keep you guys nice and relaxed in the matchups?
Yeah, it's great. It honestly makes me wish that college we play next to our guys team because they bring so much energy. And yeah, it's really nice just to look over and see my team cheering me on. And the guys are very hyped, so I love that.
Yeah, now you have a newcomer. You got a rookie in your lineup, KP, so now you get to mentor him a little bit.
I guess, yeah. It's kind of funny to say I'm mentoring him since he's older than me, but he's a great player, and I think he'll be a great addition to our team.
But you're the experienced one, so
I guess.
Yeah, so you got to help him out there. And then let's just talk a little bit about Yelena as what she's meant to you all as a coach and how she has started to structure the substitutions and the timeouts and how helpful that's been for you all.
Yeah, she's been very structured with the substitutions and her plan, and she has her notebook and things that we have to be focusing on. So she's very, very on top of things, and she's also young like us. So I feel like it's easy to connect with her, and she's been great.
All right, so you got to give us a little bit of a heads up. What are we going to see? We're going to see some more of those kick out wide serve and volley. What's the secret for tonight?
I think you will see some more of that, but we'll have to wait and see what works best. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, Kate, thank you so much for joining us. Good luck tonight. We're just going to take a quick look over at the Atlanta lineup as they are bouncing and ready to go tonight. Raul Garcia, Kevin King, Trent Bride, Michaela Gordon, the Stanford alumni, Tanya Sasnouskaya, University of Texas, and Ava Harashar, the Auburn alumni. We got all the different schools, but especially Kevin King, Georgia Tech local, Trent Bride, UGA. It's going to be an amazing night tonight, so get ready for us. We'll be coming back shortly, 7 p.m., Atlanta versus Tampa. We'll be back.
I'm Nory Adam. I play for Team Tampa. One of my nicknames is Smiley. From Sudan originally. I have a big family. I have 4 sisters and 2 brothers. I'm very thankful for my parents because they did more than what they can just to make sure that we don't need anything. My history with tennis started with my grandfather who used to work as a caretaker at the tennis club. And back in the day, tennis always for like the high class. My family comes from a lower class, so there was no chance of me being here. My dad grew up and started working there as well. Gave him like a small house in the tennis club. And then ended up being a coach. Like he learned playing tennis, he learned all the techniques. The moment you were born, you start walking, here's the racket, the court is literally 5 meters from the house. So like, it's crazy because I think about it almost every day. Just me being here, like, what if my dad just decided to do something else? I was number 8 in Africa, playing 14 and under, and I get the chance to play the Masters, where like the top 8, getting my first ATP point at the age of 16. That's when I was like, oh, like I can actually like play. The journey from Sudan to the U.S., I've seen a lot of friends went to college in the U.S., so I'm like, okay, if they can be on full scholarship, then I can be as well. I think my mom is mad at me up to this day about it. So,
one of the Intense Arena. We're coming up shortly. So you got 10 minutes away from Atlanta versus our host Tampa in the primetime match of the weekend. We're getting ready to rock and roll. It's gonna be a lot of fun tonight, but I have to bring in my co-host, Jonathan Stokey. Welcome, Jonathan.
Hey man, great to be here. Had fun coaching the challenge team, and now I get to watch a match with you. I mean, what could be better on a Saturday?
Yeah, but before we get to talking about tonight, we have to talk about your loss today, but the incredible experience and being here firsthand. You've been commentating with us, but now you got to coach a team. Didn't get the victory, but tell us what that was like.
Yeah, so super interesting to be here in person. The court is a little slower than I thought watching from home. Obviously, we got a lot of noise and whatever, but the players handled it very well. They took their time. They were actually able to play solid, simple tennis, and we were in there. We were in there in men's singles. We were in there in women's singles. Obviously, doubles is a little tricky with the challenge team because they haven't had a time to gel with each other. But honestly, one of my most favorite 2.5 hours that I've had in the last year coaching that team was an absolute blast.
Well, and you had a little bit of a tough task because you got the challenge team, so you have some players that didn't have the experience. Look at you, just loving that right there. But we saw how some of these rules can impact these players. The one serve, one toss. We saw the clock. Sometimes the clock ran out on them.
Yep.
You know, tell us, what was it like trying to help them work through all of that?
So it's something we went over in the beginning at lunch. We just said, hey, here's what we're going to do. We're going to run the clock down to 2 seconds. I'm going to keep you updated. I'm going to give you a heads up on substitutions. My main job as a coach was to make sure logistically everything went well. And we had a very simple game plan before, which was just simple cross courts, make serves and returns, just the bread and butter at tennis. So I didn't have to worry about that as much when we were going through it. It was more helping them make sure they were on their P's and Q's, knowing what to do. And they all looked very comfortable. I was actually super proud of them.
All right, and so let's quickly talk about Tampa versus Atlanta. Give me the one thing you're really looking forward to in tonight's matchup.
So going to be interesting. We have so many all-court players. I love Kevin King's serve and volley. I also, as we mentioned with Shurabura, the kick wide and coming in. So we have a lot of players that can come in. That's the nice icing on the cake, but we're also going to have the solid cake itself, which is making serves, making returns, and that's what cost us in the challenge match. So I want to see if we can see the all-court game, but do the fundamentals at a high level.
And then we got to quickly talk about Marcello, because Yelena's done a great job coaching, but the effect that Marcello had last week.
Yeah, I start sweating just looking at him. The dude is just oozing intensity, and obviously that radiates down to his team, which is huge. You got to set the tone as the coach, and he does an amazing job with that. He obviously brings the energy. He also knows exactly what he's doing, so he's great tactically at shifting. So I'm excited to see the dynamic between the two coaches today.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. We have a sold-out crowd tonight. We have Miss Intense here getting everybody rolling. Even Marcello was doing a little bit of Brazilian samba over there. I don't know. He's trying to get his body up and moving.
I'm not sure I needed to see it, but yes, he was doing it earlier.
Well, I needed to see it so it could relax me a little bit. So this is going to be a lot of fun. Stay with us. Coming up, we're going to have Atlanta versus Tampa. Primetime matchup. Stay with us.
My name is Michaela Gordon, and I play for Team Atlanta. I spent a lot of my childhood in South Dakota, and I ended up picking up a tennis racket when I was maybe 4 years old. It's funny, the first thing that comes to mind is actually playing in South Dakota on ice-covered courts, because we only had limited indoor courts there, and just trying to shovel off the ice so that my dad could feed me balls. I have 4 siblings. I'm right in the middle. So I have 2 older brothers, younger sister, younger brother. It was great being in a family where all my siblings were also athletes. We really pushed each other. I think they're a big reason why I'm really competitive. I would say one of the biggest challenges growing up playing tennis was the demands of kind of the global tennis schedule. So I started playing ITFs when I was 13, which obviously is really young to be traveling the world by yourself. Having a lack of stability on the junior tour and not having a lot of consistency in terms of where I was, even just location-wise, was really hard for me. And it's one of the big reasons I wanted to go play team tennis in college, because I just wanted a more stable routine to be able to play at Stanford and get a scholarship and be part of that community of incredible women was something that I really couldn't turn down. Being on the team, being a student athlete, I think it taught me a lot about managing my time, about having that dedication to what you're doing and kind of managing different personalities and leading a team towards a common goal.
This week is the first time we're in this INTENNSE Arena.
Super excited about it.
Everything's neon, everything's lighting up under the purple lights.
It's like a basketball arena.
You feel like you're playing for someone much way bigger than yourself?
First time stepping on the court is going to be crazy.
There's definitely going to be intensity and energy.
Let's go! Coming in as a challenger and beating Team Atlanta men was something that I wanted to do all day. Shutting some of these fans up has been the best thing for me.
Yes, I expected to beat Team Atlanta today.
They just did well, and they played the conditions better than us today.
It was an intense match.
Maybe it didn't go exactly as planned. Credit to Jacksonville.
Sam came out, started on fire.
Kudos to Sam. He started insane.
I just tried my hardest and I got the win today.
Intense League, get there, get at it.
I was feeding off the crowd.
This is what, honestly, a lot of us tennis players and competitors live to play in.
That was the most fun tennis match I've ever played in my life.
I'm gonna get back when I feel like when I feel like when I feel like
Jacksonville will be taking the W today.
when I feel like
So happy, so happy. Opening weekend, I guess there's some nerves, no doubt. For me, I always see these opportunities for improvement.
when I feel like
Hopefully we win that energy battle.
We have a really good plan, and it's gonna work.
We also have a very good plan.
They
For sure.
They don't have.
We do.
when I feel like when I feel like
Yep, awesome.
Marcello did a great job firing us all up.
Somebody has to lose, someone has to win, but I know it's going to make us hungry to come back and beat them.
I want us to be the most passionate, most resilient team in the league.
gonna get back when I feel like when I feel like when I feel like don't give me when I feel like back when I feel like.
Tennis has a really funny way of humbling you.
I'm Trent Bride, and I play for Team Atlanta.
I grew up in Swanee, Georgia, had the best childhood ever, had amazing parents. My dad was actually in tennis. He was the director of tennis at a country club called the Standard Club, and that's how I got introduced to the sport of tennis. I won the Super Nationals for 12s. It was the Clay Court Super Nationals, a really big tournament. After winning that, I was #1 in the country for that age division. And that's when I knew that I could really take this thing far. And I really wanted to be a professional tennis player. And that was my only goal. I wanted to be top 100 in the world. That was what I wanted to do. So from 14 to 18, and was able to be lucky enough to get to 8 in the world. It's a brutal grind. You're not going to luxurious areas, 15 years old, going to Lima, Peru, staying in a room with 3 guys, beds back to back to back, no hot water, no AC. We would open up the window at night, just so we can get a little bit of air, and there'd be construction all night. We wouldn't sleep. I was dealing with that at 15. I mean, it put life into perspective for me. Professional tennis, when you start at the bottom, right? When you're starting with the futures, it's the same thing. You're losing a lot of money. So until you get to the ATP events, it's not a great life in any way, shape, or form, really. I had an opportunity to choose whether to go to college or to turn pro. And of all those guys in the top 10, I think I was the only one that actually pursued college tennis.
The loudness and the energy, I just couldn't believe it.
I love the energy of the crowd. Let's go!
I'm gonna keep burying you in the ground as fast as I can and as deep as I can.
I enjoy when things get a little saucy.
Welcome everyone to the Intense Arena in Atlanta, Georgia, where we have week 3 of the Intense League. I'm JY Obona, and we have our prime time duel coming up, Atlanta versus our host Tampa. But first, let's get to the rules that fans will need to know as they follow today's action.
Hey, it's Trent from Team Atlanta. If you want to watch Intense, you gotta know the rules because it's different from the tennis you're used to. Let's go.
Intense is a team sport. Each team consists of 6 players, 3 men, 3 women, roll on, roll off, substitutes all throughout.
Each Pro League duel is made up of 3 matches: men's and women's singles, men's and women's doubles, and mixed doubles.
Each match is made up of 3 10-minute bolts with shot clocks in use. Each team has 2 timeouts per match.
We have easy-to-follow numerical scoring with 1 point for a regular win and 2 points for a clean winner.
1 toss, 1 serve. Once the ball is in the air, you gotta hit it, make it, or lose the point.
The server sets the pace. Returners must be ready, and there's a maximum of 14 seconds between points.
Hold 6 electric line calling will be overseen by Intense officials.
At the end of each match, the highest score wins. A deciding point will be played if teams are tied at the final whistle of the final ball.
The team with the highest aggregate score at the end of the final ball of the final match is declared the winning team and takes home the cash.
Got it? Good. Enjoy the matches.
Sion Mendes, Sydney, Australia, and I play professional pickleball too. Fight me.
Adesua Osibuhan, aka Day Sosa, Northern Illinois University. I was supposed to be born on Halloween, which is probably why I love wearing black.
Kate Shurabura, Georgia Tech, and I'm a dual citizen of the US and Canada, eh?
Nory Adam, FAMU, and I'm also a SoundCloud rapper. Played a lot of sports. They didn't make no sense, so I picked the tennis racket. It was more intense.
KP Panu, Columbus State University, and I'm from New Zealand, and I'm the only tennis player you've ever met who plays rugby.
Sam Frizzell, Xavier University, and I can play piano, guitar, and clarinet at the same time. Kind of. Not very well, but we get it done.
Michaela Gordon, Stanford University. I can name every country.
Tanya Sasnouskaya, University of Texas at Austin. I can pickle anything.
Ava Harashar, Auburn University, and my twin brother is 2 years younger than me. Science.
Raul Garcia, Kansas State, and I got my first ATP point when I was 16. It's not a big deal.
Kevin King, Georgia Tech, and I'm a huge Steelers fan.
Trent Bride, University of Georgia, and I can solve a Rubik's Cube in under 1 minute.
right, there we have our teams. Atlanta, Tampa, Coach Marcello, Coach Yelena getting their teams ready. Jonathan Stokey here joining me for tonight's evening after coaching in today's matchup. Jonathan, now you're back on the sideline. What are you going to look forward to after you got your first-hand experience today?
I mean, coaching was an absolute blast, just for the record. But I'm really interested to see if these guys look even more comfortable. I noticed that Team Jacksonville today looked much more comfortable after 2 or 3. And so as we keep settling in week after week, if we make more serves, make more returns, people get used to the clock and also stopping those 2-point plays.
Yeah, and then we have a rookie, right? KP Panu jumping in. So had been playing a lot on the ATP Tour, joining us for the first time. Incredible player, but we've seen how different players can be just because of these new rules and new format.
So what I'd love to see KP get is a couple minutes, followed by, honestly, a timeout or a substitution. Just get 2-3 minutes, get your feet wet, get used to the rhythm, go talk to the coach, see what felt weird, and then you can go back later. But it is a learning curve, but hopefully he gets a 2 or 3 minute segment there.
And that's one of the things that's so new in our format of tennis is the ability for coaches to actually coach. In traditional form of tennis, it's not like this so much. And so that was one of the things you did very well today, where you were really providing some great coaching to help them work into that for their first time. And we've seen Yelena do that, right? We've seen how she's come up with a very structured way on how to manage her team.
So what I found interesting was my best coaching today was with the players that weren't playing, because in between points, it's 10 seconds. And what am I going to say? It's loud, they're across the court. So I would actually tell the next person in, here's what I want to see from you, here's what's going on. I was obviously subbing out quite a bit today. And then when my player came off the court, I'd say, here's what I saw. When you go back in, let's implement it that way.
And we have the one serve, one toss rule, but we have some big servers here. And so one of the things we've been wondering is how that affects somebody like Kevin King. Right? He relied so much on his 2 serves in traditional tennis. He likes to come forward. But is he going to take some pace off of that, or is he going to continue to come big? What would you coach him to do?
I would honestly, I watched him yesterday. He's a great serve and volley player. I've known him for a long time. I would say use your normal kick serve. The beauty of a great server is they always have a great second serve. So in this one serve format, I actually think it benefits him even more. I would just kick that thing up high. He loves to come to the net behind it, get a good first volley, but I would say just use your normal kicker.
What I'm going to be interested in is we can say this on the broadcast now because they're not listening. Kate Shurabura, when she played the first time, so dominant with that kick serve out wide. They never took it away. So successful. I wonder if she's going to get away with it again.
I certainly hope not. I mean, rule number 1 in any athletic event is don't let someone beat you with their best stuff. And on the ad court, she is an absolute demon when she kicks it out wide and follows it up with maybe a forehand volley cross court. So I'm going to be looking to see whoever's going against her, if they got both feet in the doubles alley, prepared for that, and make her serve down the tee.
And then we have to get to the energy that comes from the teams and how much energy Marcello can provide. It was a huge change from week 1 to week 2. You know, what did you notice about how teams act when you're coaching them? You know, how important is it to stay completely engaged? Does it really affect them that much?
It's a little bit chicken and the egg. What comes first? If you have great energy, do you then play better, which leads to more great energy? Obviously, if you aren't playing well and you're not making serves and returns, then the energy is going to be tough. But it's a prerequisite to start the match with that great energy. And if for some reason the tennis isn't going the right way, we need a timeout or a sub so we can shift that in a positive direction.
And here they get ready for the team huddle there. Smiles himself, the captain, always in a good mood, but he's got some massive forehands when he connects.
Yeah, his forehand is actually absolutely scary, and seeing it in person is a much bigger deal, so I'm excited to see that up live and close.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun as we get ready here. We're getting ready for the coin toss here. We're going to start off with men's singles. I see Kevin King warming up his shoulder right there, so I wonder if he's going to get the start. Let's see who's Tampa's going to throw in first.
Singles players up.
Looks like it's going to be Nory, so let's take it down to the coin toss.
All right.
How's it going, bro? Good to see you again.
Tampa's the host team, so Atlanta will have the call. Heads or tails?
Tails.
Tails is the call. Which tails? Serve or receive? Atlanta to serve. Good match.
All right, thank you.
The lights are on. Kevin King has the ball. We are ready to serve it up. Greetings to everybody on the Twitch channel. Thank you for joining us. We are paying attention to the chat. We got Jonathan Stokey here for the whole night. We will be listening and reading everything you put in. Kevin King, first of 3 10-minute bolts as he gets things started. 1-0 Atlanta on the far side. Nory Adam, near side, Tampa captain.
You know, I actually talked to Kevin yesterday. He said he watched me when he was 14 years old serving and volleying. And so I'm going to take credit for every good serve and volley point. There's like that one there. You're welcome, Kevin, for the inspiration, you know, whatever it was, 15 years ago.
Yeah, Kevin from North Carolina moved down to Peachtree City here as he was older. Goes to school at Georgia Tech, coaching at Georgia Tech, and now playing on Team Atlanta. Everybody, he's got the crowd here going for him. 3-0 lead to get things started. We have 3 10-minute bowls in the men's singles portion. Whoever wins this men's singles portion takes home $4,000. I know you didn't get any of your coach's bonus for losing today.
Yeah, I was hoping you guys were paying me per substitution and timeout. But yeah, this is big time money, and what a great start. And again, lefties are so freaking lucky. I mean, he's got the lefty kick, he's got the lefty slice, he's mixing up spins. I mean, as a returner coming out here, this is very tricky going against Kevin right away.
I've long made the argument lefties like Kevin King and Luke Jensen, they should have their own lead.
It's not a bad idea. Or they should at least start down like love 15 on every serve game, because it is really not fair.
You know what? Okay, we'll be fair, we'll be inclusive, but they gotta start down a couple of scores or something.
Yes, absolutely. Now let's see what Nory can do with his serve here. I mean, he's got to hold on to it, right? That's why the pressure when you play a good server is you don't want Kevin to come back and start kicking balls and coming in again.
Oh, that's sneaky right there. Nory does not have a great backhand, but he's very smart at using the slice and keeping things low, so it's hard to attack. Had the opportunity there. I don't know if lobbying a 6'4" person at the net is the best thing to do.
Probably not advised, no. Especially, I mean, look, slow shots here don't do well. So lobs, these feel volleys, you want to go pace, you want the quick 2-pointers. And so honestly, from Kevin's side, if he's in trouble at the net, I would advise just pushing that ball back to the backhand of Nory and making him keep passing with that all day long. Don't open up the court.
You saw a big change from week 1 to week 2 in Nory. You know, in week 1, he came out almost too anxious, too much energy, hitting too big, and frankly, it was a disaster. Came out week 2, and actually he's looking like he did in week 2. More settled, willing to work points, more under control, and I wonder if that is going to lead to a better start for him
He looks comfortable. He's taking his time here. He's playing a little simpler, which, if you know me at all, I love that. I like it when he uses that missile forehand, but at certain times. But just right now, through the court, and when he's in these baseline rallies, like, well, there's my first jinx. I was going to say he's the favorite, and then Kevin comes out and does that. But I like that baseline to baseline for Nory. But I want Kevin to get into the net as much as he can.
So right there, Kevin King with a winner. Scoring system here. You win 1 point, it counts as 1 point. You hit a clean winner, it counts as 2, but then you got to go back and serve on the same side you just played. Kevin went for another +2 and missed it. Looked like Nory tried to serve a little bit too fast there. We do have 14 seconds in between points, and it is true server's pace. So no Mr. Nice Guy. I know you won the Arthur Ashe Sportsmanship Award here, but no sportsmanship awards here. That your returner's not ready, you can serve it up here, Jonathan, and we'll still like you.
I've noticed that a couple times, actually. The server's ready to go and the returner's in the wrong spot, and it's just human nature that they almost wait for him to get over. But I have found that the quick serve actually is not working so well for people. They actually rush themselves, and they end up missing more than they screw up the returner. So I would advise all these, take your time, take a breath, work the clock a little bit at times. But you saw Nory already throwing away one false serve there just because he rushed himself.
Is that something you can practice? You know, just rushing serves in practice until it feels slower for you?
JY, everything can be practiced.
Really?
Absolutely. So you sit
Even
there,
your golf swing?
It can be practiced, just poorly. But yeah, this is something where I would advise them. Like, I would practice an underhand serve from deep behind the baseline, a quick topspin serve, serving when you're out of breath. These are all things that you could use to your advantage, and if you do it well, you have a leg up on everyone else playing in this format.
And well, it's going to be very interesting to see if we see any of the Michael Chang underhand serves when we got a couple guys over 6 feet. Actually, outside of, I think Trent Bride's the only guy under 6 feet here.
We got some giants.
We got some big people here.
We got some giants, and you see right now, we got this early 3-point lead for Kevin. And again, just for him, he just got to hold on to these serve games. When he's hitting these nasty kickers and sliders and he's following me into the net, I mean, that's a great return right there.
Overthinking that again.
But there's the slow shot. I don't really think there's room for slow angles and slow lobs. You're opening yourself up. Yes, you might get a 2-pointer, but there's actually a great chance that your opponent's going to get a 2-pointer. So right there, I would love to see Nory honestly just blast a forehand right at him, maybe back him off the net a little bit.
Yeah, or Jensen rules. Go right after him. He's at the net, get some skin.
Absolutely.
There's a suggestion box where somebody wrote in, it should be +3. You know, we are called the Intense League. Maybe it falls under our name.
Hey, I'm all for that. Love it.
big shout out in the Twitch channel. Someone mentioned our friend Chip Rowley.
Oh,
Couldn't join us tonight. Still working out his allegations over in Monaco with something about a yacht deal, but he'll hopefully join us later in the season. Luke, how are things there courtside?
First of all, I thought we weren't supposed to talk about Chip Rowley. Okay, I thought that was the deal. So I think this doesn't help legally for Chip, but that's on him. This has been fantastic. It's a sold-out place. I mean, if you're not here, you're nowhere. I'm telling you, this intense feel, the teams are up on their feet, the coaches are locked in, and you look for someone like Kevin King who can take it to the front court, knock off some volleys. Kevin King is not the same dude from week one. Week one, he was a dog, and he's been magnificent.
Luke, you mentioned that it was sold-out crowd tonight, yet we have the All-Star game here. All the single ladies skipped the Beyonce concert. They came here tonight, and this place is rocking and rolling. How much of an impact is it with the fans here?
Well, I've lived in the community since 1990. It's a massive tennis community, the biggest in the world. People are talking on the streets. They're talking at the clubs about this. They have to go and witness it. If you've been here, you're a believer. And so it's just getting people to feel the vibe and just get out with their kids. And this is a new brand of tennis. This isn't Wimbledon.
Well, and feeling the vibes. Kevin's feeling the vibes with his volleys there coming forward. 20-12 lead. 3 minutes left in this first of 3 10-minute bolts. So the men will play 30 minutes here. The women come up after this, but within each portion of the duel tonight, they're playing for $4,000. So if you haven't been able to join us tonight, don't worry, we will be back here next weekend. Scan that QR code, get some tickets to come next Saturday and Sunday, 7 p.m. and 2 p.m. We will be back, so don't worry, got a few more weeks left in the season. Longest rally of the match so far as both players are starting to settle in. I don't know if I've ever seen Kevin hit so many ground strokes in my life, but he looks like he's doing just fine.
Yeah, I'm kind of holding my breath now. All right, now this is what I always look for. That's like a 15, 16 ball rally. We got 10 seconds. They're both sucking wind right now. Is it going to be a quick point for one of them? So my goal, if I'm either player, is just make one of these first 2 shots and put pressure on me.
Or just hit an ace.
Or an ace. Kevin, great job. Love that.
Wow, way to listen to Jonathan right there. And just before that, we saw the fans here. So the way this stadium is built, the stands go up. They do not go out, so they are right on top of the court. And for players coming in, new one right now, first substitution of the duel for either players, KP Panuin on the near side for Tampa. Not just first action of the night, first action of the season.
So this is what I was talking about earlier. So he came in with 2 minutes here. So he's going to be able to hopefully finish this bolt and then maybe catch his breath after, kind of figure out what's going on. So I actually love the timing of the substitution.
And this falls right in line with the structure Yelena had last week, where somebody plays for 8 minutes, somebody gets in for the last 2 minutes, and then they roll right into the second bolt. She was successful with that last week. Let's see if she can pull some things together. 24-16 lead, Team Atlanta. Kevin King on the far side, almost another ace. Only get one serve though, so it's a little bit risky to go for it, but when Kevin's feeling it, he is dangerous.
Yeah, but you know, when he's got that much junk on the kicker, when he misses that wide, it hurts my soul, because that's going to be such a tough return, right? So I don't want to let the returner off the hook by going for too much. Yes, he had the ace earlier. That's not going to be repeatable over 3 bolts. So right here, let's just throw this into a safe target, let the junk speak for itself, then hit a nice first volley.
So the screens are lit up yellow to let them know they only have 1 minute left in this first of 3 10-minute bolts. How much do you think when he goes for that little bit extra is because he's serving volley? So he knows he can't just leave it hanging. Or you got to trust yourself at the net.
That's true. You got to trust your first volley. Right there, I would have preferred him to go cross court. I'm a big fan of hitting your first volley cross court, even if it's cross court through the middle. But if you hit your first serve too fast, then you can't close on the net. So then you're hitting a ball in your shoelace if they hit a good return. So it's kind of pick your poison. I just like the slow kicker, get in tight, and just over time, the pressure on the returner to keep dipping it down low will kind of build up.
26-18, Kevin King on the far side for Atlanta. KP Panu, Mr. New Zealand, played Davis Cup, now joining us here at the Intense League. Also played at Columbus State, not too far from here, alongside Yelena Labat, a little bit younger, but now she's coaching him. The tides have turned, and that looks like it's going to be the last point of this first 10-minute bolt here. 27-19 lead. Can we say for Kevin King? Yes, for Atlanta, but 27-19 lead as we take a look at some of these highlights, Jonathan.
So again, whether you're playing tennis on the moon, in the Intense Arena, 1 point, 2 point, 3 point, coming to the net effectively always works. And so you're looking at Kevin, and he's up 8 after that bolt. He was serving the volley. He was finding his way into the net. I really love the pressure he puts on opponents. He doesn't let you breathe, right? So he just did such a great job there.
Well, hopefully he doesn't put too much pressure and allows Luke Jensen to breathe as he's with him courtside right now.
The beast on my hands right now. What a bolt and a half right there. What was the mindset stepping in?
Yeah, I wanted to play aggressive from the start. We saw those guys yesterday evening in the trial, so we knew what we wanted to do and to just come after them.
How do you decide when to serve and volley and when to stay back?
I like to mix it up a little bit unless I feel like I have an advantage with the lefty serve against a certain guy, and yeah, just kind of matchup based.
Now, you're a coach at Georgia Tech. You played on the tour. How does the intense format help in player development?
Oh, I love it. I mean, it's nonstop, always going. College tennis, you got a lot of fans, a lot of energy, but this is next level.
Good luck in the next bolt.
Appreciate it.
Bolt number 2, men's singles, next.
He just finished the full bolt right there, but he doesn't look gassed. I mean, what do you think, Jonathan? Does he stay in, or you try to put somebody new to get some reps in?
I just need to go back to what he said. He said, I serve and volley if I think I have an advantage with my lefty serve. That's typical lefty ego. Like, of course he has an advantage every time. I'm not going to let that one slide. I would start him. Like, he's doing great. You don't take out the hot hand. He just got a little time to catch his breath. Personally, I would leave him in there for the first couple points.
Quicker. Take this ball higher so you can actually stick it, or you just got to soften your grip a little bit. I think you're coming with the grip too tight and trying to stick when the ball's already below the net height. Try to go for a drop shot. You got incredible hands.
Hey, Marcello, so I've seen you trying to work Kevin with some volleys there, but now you put Raul in. What was the decision behind that with the substitution?
Well, just really give him a little bit of time to rest. You know, he played well, but I just want to make sure that he's fresh to finish it up at the end, and Raul is going to be able to take care of business too. So no real strategy behind it. We just got 3 great players to use. No reason to just use one for all 30 minutes.
A 28-20 lead here for Atlanta. How happy are you with the start there for Kevin?
It was a great start. You know, he embraced his style, play with his gut, you know, did what he did. He did what he does best. So nothing to complain. You know, he put us on the scoreboard 5-6 points ahead. Let's see if Raul can now keep it up.
Awesome. All right, Marcelo, thank you for your time. Good luck.
Thanks, buddy.
So Raul Garcia in on the far side, seeing his first action from Bolivia. Also, Kennesaw State Owl graduate. The fans are getting into it right now as they're trying to will KP Panu back into this match as they're down 6.
This is what I expect to see a guy like KP. Look, he's getting comfortable, but now you don't have that pressure for a guy like Kevin. You get a righty, you get the normal ball, you get some ground stroke rallies. So this could let him settle in a little bit and feel comfortable in his first match.
So we are in the second of 3 10-minute bolts. Just under 9 minutes left. The men will play 30 total minutes. Seeing who will take home $4,000. Man, I should sign up for that.
No kidding. I mean, I started hearing these numbers and I was like, man, like I might have to go start practicing again, see if I can old man challenge team it or something.
Well, with substitutions, I think we can manage it, right?
Yeah, 2 points at a time and then clap our hands and hope we have good players on the team.
There's a senior PGA tour. Maybe there's a senior intense tour.
Ooh, now that should be in the suggestion box.
Kate. Now, big shout out to our sponsors there that have been getting us rolling in our first year of the Intense League. Sports the Cab, Solinco, Body Armor. Got to have those electrolytes there. Yonex. See, John,
you said it correctly.
I said it
One
correctly. A lot of people say it incorrectly. They say Yonex. It is Yonex. And I think I know somebody who's sponsored that told me about that.
Love their rackets.
Got some great rackets, got some great balls here, and Raul is loving that unforced error from KP. Interesting how much he's willing to go through that chip forehand, huh?
Yeah, I mean, look, it's a change of pace. A lot of people don't think the chip forehand is like a legitimate shot, but it's the same as a backhand. The ball doesn't know if you're hitting a backhand or a forehand. So when you mix up the spin, you mix up the rhythm, that can always throw your opponent off.
Trying to sneak into the net there. See if he can get a +2. Raul Garcia going with the fast serve here, and he got it down pretty well as they have a 6-point lead.
Great ball.
His forehand's loosening up.
Yeah, I mean, but that's the thing. He rushed the serve, but KP is still so close. It's actually where he probably should be returning from. So he's gambling that he might miss, but he didn't get a lot out of that. It was the huge forehand that set him up.
Yeah. Great return there. A little slow dropper right there. Kind of guided it back there, but Raul couldn't get back fast enough. Raul Garcia on the far side, KP Panu on the near side for Tampa. Thank you to everybody joining us on Twitch. Make sure you click the follow button, which is that beautiful heart right there. We love you, but show us some love back by giving us a follow. Raul Garcia with the fist pump, 33-26 for Atlanta.
I don't know if it's the Moroccan chicken I had before I came out here, but if I see one more running forehand down the line in the net, wide, I'm going to lose my mind. That is a low percentage shot. A guy like KP, I want to see him going cross court there.
For those of you who couldn't join us tonight, we will be back tomorrow at 2 p.m. Might be seeing some more of KP's backhands down the line. Scan that QR code. You can get some tickets and join us 2 p.m. tomorrow. If not, we got 3 more weekends after this where you can see this incredible groundbreaking league. 33-27 for Atlanta.
And we're just treading water here. I think we started with a 7-point lead. Now we're down to 5. This is where it's interesting for Marcello. He's got 2 timeouts. Can't take them with you. Don't be, yeah, there we go. Marcello, you and I, man, we're just on that, baby.
It's
Let's
like
go.
you've coached this before.
Let's go.
Did you guys meet before the match? Let's see what he's got to say.
Inside out, you're actually able to hurt him. Because if you don't, the down the line is completely wide open, and that's his best shot. That's his best shot. So what I want to see you doing a lot of with that inside out, mess with him and either go through the body, you pretend you're going to go inside out, you go middle, or you go inside in, okay? Or throw it heavy inside out, because then you're too vulnerable, okay?
Marcelo's always got some great advice there.
Breathe, breathe.
We come back here from the first of 2 timeouts. Each team gets 2 timeouts per match, so they get 2 in the men's singles portion, 2 in the women's singles, and then 2 more in the overall doubles. KP going for a little bit of a bigger serve. It's kind of tough if you've been sitting and watching this. That was a freebie.
Hey, you know, you call the timeout before they're serving. It's a great thing. Like, you're out of rhythm right there. We get a freebie. Great job by Marcello. Oh, okay. 2 freebies. Equals out.
Maybe not exactly what he wanted.
Yeah. He forgot to say, don't miss your serve. The last thing before the timeout was over.
Yeah, and then, you know, looks like, Luke, we got some clarity from somebody in the chat. It looks like our friend Chip, he's not actually in Monaco. He's made it to Mozambique, apparently. So I think we're okay for now. Just wanted to let you know. 34-31, getting tight. Oh! 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 Wow!
Absurd hands.
Man,
so good.
He learned that at Kennesaw State.
He must have. Those were tender. That's what he was asking Kevin to do. That little soft drop volley. That is absolutely disgusting.
36-31. Gosh, that was beautiful. And what a moment, too.
Momentum changer. I was literally right before, again, I was about to say maybe we look for a sub. Then he hits that great winner. Boom, quick point, and we got that thing back to 6. That was a big momentum switch.
Yeah, KP makes that. Their team goes nuts. That means they're within 1. And now it is completely the other way. Marcelo's fired up. Raul's fired up. Trent's wondering if he's going to get some minutes, but instead it's going to be Nory Smiles jumping in for KP, giving him for his first rest. Nory back in. Let's see if he can hit some of these forehands.
And when I was telling my players, just when they come in after that long break, first 4 balls, dead down the center. You're cold, you're not used to the rhythm. Nory didn't play against Raul the first time, so it's like, hey, get your feet wet, make a couple balls. Look, there we go, boom.
Groove is in the heart. Yeah. Groovy.
39-34. Nory with the quick serve, but with the terrible drop shot. Way too fast, panicky. Used its slice, worked the point a little bit.
Yeah, drop shot behind the baseline. You're just gambling with very, very poor odds. I don't know if that's fatigue, but he's had some time off. I think it might have just been a brief moment of stupidity, but we might want to put that one in the bag. Don't bring it back out. Minutes
left in the second of 3 10-minute bolts. Raul's trying to take that return early with the backhand. There's the slice. That's when he can be dangerous. When he's calm enough to work the point like that. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh!
So those are 3-point swings, right? We're thinking that's 2 for Nory, and now it's a missed ball, right?
See Trent Bride warming up on the bike there. We'll see if he's going to get his first action. We've seen a couple points now. We'd say, what, 3 for Nory? That could have been +2s for him. Instead, they go the other way.
Yep. And these are the swings at the end of the match. I mean, look, we got a 5-point spread right now. This is going to be a very, very tight men's match, and you start looking at those moments and go, what would it look like if we switched 3 points here?
Raul Garcia on the far side, graduate from Kennesaw State. Nory smiles, FAMU graduate on the near side. A lot of big college tennis representation. I got a Dookie over here on my left.
What a university, you know? What a great school.
Florida State?
I was going to say that easily the best school in the ACC.
Florida State, yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. 44-36 as we see Kevin King back in, and Trent Bride is going to keep riding his bike. Might as well ride it home because I'm going to play anytime soon. But Kevin, there's that soft hand.
That's not going to work.
That's what coaching does right there.
Yep, gave him a little reminder. Maybe he's not as amped up as he was in the beginning. Softer hands, and again, that first volley goes cross court. That was a forehand to the ad court, which I absolutely love. When players try to switch directions with that volley, that's when you can get some first volley theirs, and we saw that from Kevin a little bit in the first bolt. So hopefully he keeps it simple with those cross court first volleys.
We see Sam Frizella in with his first action of the day. Now on the Xavier tennis team, still in college right now, hanging with the big boys. But Kevin King is trying to show him what it's like at the pro level. 47-36, 11-point lead, double digits here. Don't want to let this get into a little bit too big, even though there's still so much time. Just a scoreboard pressure for these players that they're not used to playing this.
Yep, and this is where 10 points, I mean, you're hoping that if you're Atlanta, you keep this lead until about 5 minutes in the next bolt, and that's where teams have to start reaching for 2-pointers, which can be super dangerous. So this is a very pivotal time for both teams. The random Kevin King ground stroke rally. Fish out of water, but he's surviving. There we go.
I think he's making a case that he can actually hang in these baseline rallies.
He's doing all. In fairness, before the bolt started, I said he was an all-court player, and he proved it right there.
Maybe he's better from the baseline.
That's on me, exactly. It's not about the serve for him, it's about that baseline play.
Yeah, we're talking about baseline. What's he doing serving? Hit an underhand serve.
Exactly.
Come on, with that forehand you got going.
Oh,
Sam.
All right, is Kevin...
This is where you would have subbed him out early. Like, oh, you lost 3, but you're out.
Absolutely.
I mean,
hey, I had them on a merry-go-round, man. We were doing like a little fire drill, just running in and out. Look at that, cross-court through the middle.
And
pass.
50-38 as they are down 12. Atlanta with a great start, but Tampa, Jonathan, what can they do to get back into this moving forward?
It's going to be tricky. 12 points is actually a substantial amount. There's going to be a couple 2-pointers. I thought Raul did a great job. There was a moment there where KP was making ground up on him early, and that drop volley followed by that quick missed return, I feel like that totally switched the momentum of the bolt, and now we got like an 11 or 12 point here. So that was a crucial time. He did a great job, and then they threw Kevin back in to mix up the rhythm at the end. I absolutely love those subs.
Yeah, I mean, there we see some points with KP, but let's send it down to Luke Jensen, who has the Tampa coach, Yelena Labat.
Coach, tough little bolt right there. What's going through your mind tactically?
We had the #1 player a little bit tired, so we had to switch, but we might have to switch. I think now he's feeling better, so for the third ball, we're gonna put him back again. They know each other really well. They've been practicing and playing each other for a long time, so I think he's gonna be the best opponent for him.
How about the energy from the crowd? It's a sold-out arena. Atlanta's going nuts. How do you battle that?
We have some guys over there for us, like maybe 10 people that are screaming every point that KP is doing. So it's great. It's great.
Good luck in the next bolt.
Thank you.
When we come back, the next bolt, men's singles, coming up.
When we come back, we're going to have our third and final bolt to see who decides this men's portion. All right, and let's take a quick look at our sponsors before we get there. Alta Tennis, thank you for your support. Turnagrip, Yonex, Lubu, Insoles, Boast with the clothing, thank you. Emory Sports Medicine Center. I needed to find where that EMT was earlier today, but I'm okay now. Dolicious, no carbs for me, but maybe for Luke. Hardcore Tennis Atlanta Sports the Cab. Salenko, thank you so much. As we break ground, and we can't forget USTA Atlanta. We're getting things rolling. Week 3 of the Intense League. Third bolt of the men's match. Trent Bride seeing his first action of the day. Parked his bike. He's ready to go against KP Panu, who's back in.
And I'm not jealous of where Trent is right now because the other guys have done a good job. He's coming in cold, and it's going to be interesting how long of a leash Marcello gives him. If he doesn't do well right off the bat, do you go to the guys who've already proven they've had success in these bolts?
And right here, Jonathan Stokey alongside me for tonight as we see KP back in for the second time, but already looking more comfortable than the first time.
Yeah, again, we mentioned he likes to slice. That time he did it on both. And you can see, like I said, Trent's cold. It's been 20 minutes, right? He just hit a little bit in between right there. But hopefully he can just tread water for this first minute or so, get comfortable. He can give the other guys a rest, and they can kind of secure this lead and maybe even build it for the overall team match.
How much do you think that players can do besides just on the bike? Just, you know, to me, it's the one thing I've wondered. I feel like they should be doing more back there. Just bike? Like, what does the bike actually do for you?
The bike doesn't do much. I kept telling everyone, I give them kind of like a 4-point heads up. I said, get that racket in your hand, start watching the point, start tracking the ball. Yes, you can bounce around. There's really no substitution for seeing a live ball come at you. But riding the bike, for me, I want that grip in my hand. I want to feel like I'm out there. I want to feel like I'm watching the point. It's really almost as much mentally as it is physically, too. Like, you got to stay in that match. You can't be zoning out, looking at the crowd, looking at your grip. You got to be into that match and watching the ball.
51-41, Trent Bride on the far side, University of Georgia alum, All-American over there with a huge forehand. That took him to number 8 in the world as a junior. You get to single digits. I think you got to single digits, didn't you?
In doubles. And that's only because I played.
I was going to hold that back and just let you ride with it, but okay.
Doubles, and I picked the best partner in the world, so that's why it's easier to do that.
Who was that partner?
That partner was 3-time U.S. Open champion Rajiv Ram. And I'm thankful for every Super National he carried me to when we were juniors.
Well, that's only, I think, 2 more Grand Slams than Luke Jensen, but 3 more than me. So, you know, I think you got a good partner over there.
You know, we played in the U.S. Open together when we were both 17, and he won it when he was 37, 20 years later. I mean, how amazing is that?
Wow. Wow. That's a good effort.
Here we got double faults. We're still at 10. But look, Trent, he hasn't lost the lead. It's about the same as when we started, so he's kind of done a very good job by my standards, coming in cold with a little bit of pressure. What a get.
What a volley.
Oh, I don't know about that one.
Yeah. Oh, +2, KP. Write it down.
Slice Lab's got to go in that same bag with the Nory drop shot from behind the baseline. There's no space for a slow, high ball in this format.
Good dropper. Another +2.
Timeout.
Huge fist
Give me
pump
a
towards
timeout.
the sign.
Here it comes. I can see Marcello thinking.
I mean, come on. You can't take it home with you.
Come on. I
Come
see
on.
him. Look, he's lingering. I guarantee if Trent loses this point, we're going to get a timeout.
If not, 20 push-ups on the spot?
Yes.
Oh, but he won the point.
Saved by the serve. Marcello's, he's thinking about it, which, by the way, is the correct call. Because we want to make sure there's a gap.
All right.
Marcello.
Timeout. Oh, substitution. I think we're going to get a substitution. Okay, so Kevin right there bouncing. Looks like he's going to get ready to go.
Look, he's got racket in hand, though. That's what I want. Look, he's ready for it. Oh, boy.
Let him roll with it. Smart to not let him in also on the serve. That's something we talked about on the broadcast today. Try to get substitutions in when they're returning so they don't have to serve with the cold shoulder.
It's true, but also you're a little worried that you're going to get rushed, right? That's something I was concerned about. So, again, you just got to do it at the right time. Hope it works out. Oh, we got a little timeout.
Timeout for Yelena, but let's listen to Marcello here.
Nothing, sir. Hey, on your serve, I don't want you to collapse, okay? No, you have to keep swinging like as long as you have got big targets. But on your serve, I want chest up, chin up, accelerate. When you are tall on your serve, it's nasty. But remember, man, he's expecting to kick out wide. So if you see him cheating over a little bit, bring it to the team, okay? And you'll do a good job working the point. You just gotta make sure that if you leave the ball short on the backhand side, he goes down the line alone. Okay, come on.
I'm fired up. I want to play.
Hey, I wish I had someone like Marcello telling me what to do when I was playing.
Man, I had some great coaching, but I don't know if they motivated me like that.
Motivation, but also like very intelligent, simple, applicable advice. He can use this right away. It's nothing crazy. It's not calculus. He's not going to be overthinking here. But this is important here. 8 points, 6.5 minutes.
And the winner of this men's portion of the match will take home $4,000. So there's a lot on the line. We have the overall duel, great little half volley touch. Oh!
Okay, so we're looking at 3-point swings. I thought Trent was getting 2 there, and he missed it wide. I want to know when Marcello's going to switch this out. What's the point total that we get down to? Where he brings in Raul or Kevin.
I think after that volley missed the entire
He's walking.
alley.
I know that walk after coaching today, walking towards Sebastian. It's like the Grim Reaper.
There he is.
See him. Look, I can see him.
He's got the smile on his face. He's got a little strategy, but KP's got something for him right there. Oh! Was that going wide?
I think it was. I think he might have been greedy for the extra point. And that's tricky too, right? When it's high and slow like that, you can gamble. But again, 2-point swing.
Ooh, gosh. I mean, Trent is inches away multiple times from being sat down.
You know what, though? I actually found this earlier. I think that Grim Reaper walk to Sebastian, actually, every time I was about to sub one, I said, hey, you're coming in next, and then we'd win 2 or 3 points. So I think players kind of feel that and actually step up their game a little bit. It's a great coaching tactic.
Yeah, you put that little chip on the shoulder, be like, hey, step it up. Your tail is sitting down.
Exactly, exactly. Look at this.
KP set himself up many times, just hasn't been able to finish. Has gotten to a couple +2s, but man, he could really have been putting his team in the lead.
Yeah, one thing I'd love to see a little bit when he's coming in, just move forward a little bit more, especially on slower balls. Sometimes he stops his feet, and then you end up taking a bigger swing. You end up missing a few balls.
Yelena's letting it roll. It looks like she's going to have the Grim Reaper walk.
Yeah, there we go.
Sit him out. Timeout? Yep. Timeout, not a sub. Let's see if she does decide to sub him out.
Okay, you were doing great. Don't think about the crowd because every point you were managing well. As soon as you were playing and not thinking about it and you're not rushing, you win every point. Okay? The last 4 points you just rush. Okay?
All right, where are my loud bands at? I want to get some.
What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Do we switch or not? Good, except because he didn't make that volley, then his mind was down. So he lost 4 points in a row after that, you know? But if he plays smart like he just did before,
If he wins a few, then leave him. But if he starts losing a few, then maybe sub him and try to put one of us for the last few.
So Jonathan, there we saw more of a discussion with Yelena and her team. Good choice or bad choice to involve the players in that?
Good choice. Always talk to your players. Always trust them. They're the ones who know what they're feeling. This is, you know, look, in my meticulous research to coach the challenge team, which, by the way, we lost by like 40, so maybe you shouldn't pay attention to this, but I think we have about 18 points left, and it's a 9-point spread. So I'm going to need to see a lot of that. We're going to have 2-pointers. There's no way you're going to come back at this point in the match just one at a time. You're not going to be able to win enough points. So we got to get to the net, put pressure on, and if you're on defense, come to the net through the middle so you don't get passed quite as often. But this is already danger zone time. Great pressure.
So for those of you joining us, if you win 1 point, it counts as 1 point. Very simple. And if you hit a clean winner, counts as +2. And 2 points ago, we saw KP with a +2 volley winner, 60-54. 4 minutes left. We do have women's singles coming up after, but whoever wins this men's portion takes home $4,000. That's a lot of gingerbread cookies.
Cookies sound delicious right now, by the way. But I love his slice is so low. I was hoping he was going to come in on that forehand, and then he ended up missing that one in the net. But it's very difficult to pass off that low slice, right? So, again, 6 points, 3 minutes. We need some twos. Get into the net.
I think if he had a Yonex, it would have gone over the net.
Absolutely, right? Fresh strings, fresh frame, maybe that beautiful new E-zone. I'll talk to him after the match. What a great serve.
There's Trent mixing it up, having the courage to mix it up, go to the forehand after KP attacks the backhands and then gets the unforced error return. Trent's starting to get a little fired up. This is the most action we've seen from him in the singles portion. So Marcello's showing a lot of confidence from Trent, and I think Trent's going to be really happy with the trust he's getting from his coach. Nory Smiles is in for KP. I thought KP did pretty well. He's not in a better or worse spot since Trent came in. Let's see if Nory can now get things a little bit closer as he tries to go for the fast-paced serve here.
Yeah, Yeah, you know, when you start rushing, and this usually doesn't work out, but I actually want to go back to that great tee serve by Trent, because I remember 2 timeouts ago, Marcello told him that, mix that up.
That was the one time the fast-paced serve, he actually went so fast, Trent hadn't gotten off the court and heard the substitution call, then sees Kevin running in. It's like, who's actually hitting the ball? That was one of the few times it actually worked out.
We got the lefty in from the bullpen here. I was kind of expecting this, 7 points. We got the nasty serve. This is tough work for North. Oh, boy. Yeah, he's got to get that shoulder loose. This is money time. This is where you start thinking about the dollars. Some of the guys on the bench right now are counting it in their head. They see that ball wide, and they know they're 1 point and 15 seconds closer to that nice check.
We got a sold-out crowd tonight in Atlanta, Georgia. See on the bottom left of your screen right there, the registration for the challenge team, where you can get your opportunity to play on one of these teams and play for a coach like Jonathan Stokey. If you think you belong in this arena, this is your shot. Next Thursday and Friday, we got another challenge series going on. Top 3 men, top 3 women. Make it through and play in a challenge team against one of our teams here. Right now, we got our primetime matchup. I was about to say Nory with one of his rare backhand winners. Just missed it.
Yep, 8 points. I think we got time. How about we get 6 more points in here? Kevin just has to make sure he's avoiding 2s. Oh, baby. That's that nasty kicker.
It looks like we have another substitution. KP in quickly for Nory.
So this is where I told my team earlier, 1 minute right now, I'm going to be honest, I think this bolt's over. I think Atlanta's wrapped it up. But in the overall team match, these points are going to be crucial. So I don't want either side to relax. I want Kevin to try to build a lead. I want Tampa to try to slash this down. Look, Atlanta men are going to win this. They earned it. They played better. But these points are absolutely crucial to the overall match.
Yeah, and that's where we have 2 things that the players are playing for. They win their individual matches, which is right now men's singles, women's singles coming up after this. They win $4,000. But once that clock finishes, the team score does continue, and so they're also playing for that. As the fan tries to scream in the middle of Kevin's serve, that is allowed here. And Kevin, they've been practicing with some noisemakers in practice, trying to hit some serves. Whoa, that was a touch, but a great backhand passing shot by Mr. Georgia Tech.
And you see he's spread this out. He's almost doubled the lead since that minute 15. Now we're up to 12. This is great work by Kevin. He's had a phenomenal 3 balls here.
He's going to be really excited about the extra paycheck to be able to buy some diapers for his baby daughter. That's right, cash in his pocket right there, 73-60. Tampa did all right, but Kevin did a great job. Trent Bride even better. Jonathan, we're going to look at some highlights right here.
Look, super tricky. I told you in the beginning, Trent coming in to start this, I was not jealous of his position. He was sitting for 20 minutes. He came in, he did a great job treading water. There's a couple times where the Grim Reaper was moving towards Sebastian, but he held his ground, kept the lead. KP did a pretty good job near the end there of coming to the net a couple times, and I thought it was going to get a little bit hairy, but then he got a little tired and started missing some balls wide.
Yeah, the Grim Reaper there didn't have to put too much damage into his team with the substitutions. He is down courtside with Luke Jensen.
The man who runs on adrenaline. How about that men's bowl?
Phenomenal bowl. I'm just proud of the way the guys played. They embraced this strategy for the most part. And today there was a little bit more strategy behind. You know, the first weekend I was just trying to get a feel for the guys and also learning what the other team is able to do. But today they really embraced it. That's why I was trying to make a lot of substitutions just to make sure that the matchup was perfect. So
tell us about Kevin King. I love the lefty, can serve and volley, serve and stay back. How does that help you with your substitutions and your game plan?
Kevin throws off everybody, right? Because that style just rushes a lot of people. The format already get players to panic. And when you got somebody putting that kind of pressure all the time, being a lefty, it just really throws you off. So for me, he's somebody who's been very confident on his serve. It's hard to get him off, but I got to give him a little bit of a breather so whenever he comes in, he can take care of business.
What will we see in the women's bolt from your side?
I mean, like, based on what I saw yesterday, obviously 2 completely separate days, but the girls play well. I think the team, just like I said 2 weeks ago, there's unity. They're learning how to push each other. They're learning about their identity a little bit more. So we see how it goes. They have a phenomenal team in the Tampa team. We're going to just give our best and see what happens.
Let's get fired up.
The boys gave us the opportunity to be in the lead now. So we'll see if the girls feel a little bit less pressure and they can play well.
Good luck.
Thank you.
The women are next. Let's go. Intense, that's right. The women's bolts are next.
The Grim Reaper there, very happy right now as Kevin King, talking about throwing people off with the leftiness, put his team in the lead 27-19. Then Raul Garcia came in a little bit, maintained that lead and extended a little bit, 23-19. And Trent Bride with the most action he's seen all season. I'm sure he's going to be thrilled at how he played. And they have a 73-60 lead as we get into the women's singles match coming up next.
I'm Nory Adam. I play for Team Tampa. One of my nicknames is Smiley. From Sudan originally. I have a big family. I have 4 sisters and 2 brothers. I'm very thankful for my parents because they did more than what they can just to make sure that we don't need anything. My history with tennis, it started with my grandfather who used to work as a caretaker at the tennis club. And back in the day, tennis always for like the high class. My family comes from a lower class, so there was no chance of me being here. My dad grew up and started working there as well. Gave him like a small house in the tennis club. And then ended up being a coach. Like he learned playing tennis, he learned all the techniques. The moment you were born, you start walking, here's the racket, the court is literally 5 meters from the house. So like, it's crazy because I think about it almost every day. Just me being here, like, what if my dad just decided to do something else? I was number 8 in Africa, playing 14 and under, and I get the chance to play the Masters, where like the top 8, getting my first ATP point at the age of 16. That's when I was like, oh, like I can actually like play. The journey from Sudan to the U.S., I've seen a lot of friends went to college in the U.S., so I'm like, okay, if they can be on full scholarship, then I can be as well. I think my mom is mad at me up to this day about it.
All right, welcome back, everybody. The Intense Arena here as we have women's singles coming up. Atlanta for the men, giving them the lead, 73-60. Jonathan Stoke here alongside me. Jonathan, a great start by Kevin King so far.
Yeah, I mean, look, I watched him play yesterday, all-court game. We talked about that, the pressure he's putting on. Absolutely love the way he did it. Great start by the guys, and we'll see if the girls can keep it up.
And we have the coin toss right now. Michaela Gordon for Atlanta. Cio Mendes.
All right, this is the start of our ladies singles. Tampa's home, Atlanta with the call. Heads or tails? Heads is the call. It's heads. Serve or receive. Atlanta to serve. Good match.
It looks like Michaela's going to get things started. Michaela, the captain of the Atlanta team, Stanford alumni graduate. Took a little bit of a detour to go into venture capital, came back to this beautiful sport of tennis. He's trying to lead her team to a victory tonight. Kevin King and Raul and Trent got the Atlanta team off to a good start, but we start over for the women's singles match where they play for 2 things. The overall team match, but then within their own women's singles portion, they're playing for $4,000. Cio Mendes on the near side for Tampa. She's got something to say about it.
I'm going to tell you what. Remember, I watched her yesterday. I watched her play 1 point, and I went, who is that? She is an absolute baller, stud athlete, great hands. So I'm interested to see how this will go.
2-0 for Atlanta. First of 3 10-minute bolts. Thank you for everyone joining us on Twitch. Make sure you click the beautiful little heart and the follow button so that you get a notification when we come back tomorrow at 2 p.m. when Tampa has to come back one more time against Jacksonville. Cio Mendes will be looking to make that forehand instead tomorrow. That was a rocket backhand, and she starts to find that. She's bouncing, she's ready, she's energetic, she's an incredible athlete. But Michaela Gordon, the steady captain over there for Atlanta, she locks in. She is tough.
And again, making the serves and returns, you know, Mendez right there, she missed that swing volley, but that's, you can live with that as a coach all day long, setting up with a simple backhand, and you've got to take your chances in this league. There we go. And again, I was going to say, this first bolt has proven to be the most important, right? If one team gets out to a lead, it's absolutely massive. I think it's actually more important than bolt number 3. So even these first couple points are crucial to setting the tone for the 3 bolts.
One of my favorite shots that Sion hits, the open stance backhand, where she steps back, falls back, but somehow can throw her arms forward and actually played aggressively. You know, and that's what she gets, you know, from growing up in Europe, playing on the clay. She has the Argentinian background, born in Australia, so she has all these backgrounds where they learn on different surfaces. Sometimes Americans spend too much time on a hard court.
It looks so interesting to us because it's athletic, and those days are long past us. So that's why it looks so weird to you, Jay.
What are you trying to say?
I'm saying you're out of shape and over the hill. Look at that backhand, though.
Hey, I work really hard on the elliptical.
You just said it yourself, exactly. You're on the elliptical, enough said.
5-3 for Tampa here to get things started in the women's singles portion.
And you saw she actually ran around that forehand to hit the backhand there.
Yeah.
That's how much she likes it. Now, some coaches might say, oh, you don't want to do that. You always play to your strengths. And so if you got a nasty backhand like that, I love it. Play to your strengths.
Only one serve and one toss here. She misses that, so it's a fault and a point. You win 1 point, it counts as 1 point. You hit a clean winner, it counts as 2. And we're just trading faults here. These ladies work through some of the nerves in the match right now. They've been sitting for a while. We don't have warm-ups. We just go right into it. We don't want to see no silly ones. We just want to play. Just play.
I love it. I got no time for warm-ups. But again, you asked what can be practiced. So I would practice hitting these serves with a really high heart rate. If I was in practice, I'd run a suicide, come up, hit a serve, because that's what they have to do if they trade 6, 7, 8 ground strokes. Now you got to step up and make a one serve with pressure and everyone watching you. That's not easy to do.
What about like a practice where you walk in, you do your dynamic warm-up off the court, right, and you walk in off the bat, you have to make 30 serves in a row?
Love it, because that's what you're going to have to do when you get subbed in, and that's what you're going to have to do when you've been watching the men play for 30 minutes. Absolutely. Anything that can simulate this environment, they need to be doing. What depth there on that backhand.
I think that's what the fun part for me, Stokey, is that, you know, we've been playing tennis for basically our whole lives. But now this whole new version just changes everything. We can practice new things. We can practice new drills. It's exciting again.
Absolutely. New is fun. Learning a new tactic, learning how to use the rules to your advantage. I mean, nothing's better when you use this format. It not only is about your tennis skill, but just your knowledge. That is where I get the ultimate kick. Nice high ball there.
High ball to set up the nice strike zone backhand. Just misses it. But she hits that clean. My gosh, you don't see a lot of two-handed backhands that big.
It absolutely jumps off her racket. And if I was Michaela, honestly, I wouldn't really go over there much. I would be pounding that forehand. You can see she likes to hit it high. Once you go to that backhand, you are playing with fire, girl.
There's that open stance backhand again. Great backhand-to-backhand rally. And Michaela is doing a great job staying steady, holding her court. So we see Sion, who's much more comfortable moving forward, moving back. Michaela loves to move just along the baseline and just hold her ground, and that puts some pressure on Sion.
I would love to see Sion. She's kind of feeling his returns, which, by the way, she's making them, so I'm okay. But Michaela's serve is probably the weakest part of her game that I see. Her ground strokes, of course, she just missed right there, are usually rock solid. So I'd love to see Sion just step up and rip this and put her under a little pressure and make her feel like that serve is too slow. That forehand, I'd be staying over there if I was Michaela. I'd let her know.
See her first time out of this women's singles match. Looks like it was called by Marcello. Let's see if he's got some words of advice for Michaela.
If you pay attention, every time that you go within this region, she makes it back, but she doesn't hurt you. Okay? But because of her athleticism, I only want you to open up the court when you feel like you're inside the baseline and you can do something, okay? I wanted you more to take the break, more free, breathe, focus on the forward, okay? Let's keep that lead. Come on, girl, believe in yourself.
Continue to bring that intense energy. This is tennis.
That's great.
Turn up.
Come on. She didn't do anything bad. She just stopped 3 points down. Then she did one serve mistake. That's 4 points. And she did one drop shot. Yeah. And then the other one did a winner. Like nothing bad. Nothing missing in a shot. Nothing.
When I say tennis, you say turn
So quick summary that I like from Marcello there. Basically, it was you're on defense, go middle. You're on offense, you can spread her. Because when Michaela's on defense and she gets those slices out wide, she's opening up the court for Sion. So I absolutely love that advice.
You know what I heard from Marcello? Maybe this is because I need some words of affirmation and I tend to have low confidence at times. Believe in yourself.
Hey, look, I believe in you. You're doing great today. You're doing great. And he was funny too. He said this a couple times. He would laugh, but he's told his players to breathe. Look, you're intent. You're literally intense. You're playing quickly. Look, he's asking for the crowd, but things go so fast. Sometimes players are actually holding their breath out there, and that leads to poor decision making. So he literally told her to breathe, but it's great advice.
11-10 for Tampa in this women's portion of the match as he comes in for a +2. There it is, +2. You hit a clean winner. You get 2 of them on the scoreboard. You go back and you serve on the same side. 13-10 in this women's portion of the match where they're trying to win their $4,000. And then you got the overall match where it's 83-74 now for Atlanta. Michaela Gordon in on the far side, the captain, Stanford alumni.
Uh-oh, Grim Reaper. I saw a little signal.
She's going to win the next. Michaela's going to win the next 4 out of 5 points now.
Yep. Look, there we go.
Okay, there's one. Oh, no, come on. Dude, you can't. All right, you got to let me finish it out.
Yeah. So I would go over and I'd say, hey, next point, that they win, and then if they won the next one, I'd be like, okay, we'll wait one more point there. You got to let her ride with it.
Yeah, if you were Stokey, if Ava loses this, right back in Michaela, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And Ava Harashar in on the far side for Atlanta. Sion Mendez on the near side still in. Auburn alum.
Sion's got the nice little mix of the high, slow forehand top and then the faster backhand, right? And it is predictable. We know what's coming on both sides, but then if you're on the other side, you don't get the same rhythm. A lot of girls just hit fast, fast, fast are the same. So I kind of like that she gives you 2 different looks there.
There's that high, heavy forehand. It's a little off pace. That's really jumpy on this court. You got a little grit on this court. We can see the fuzz on it that's getting ripped off, and that makes the ball be a little bit more bouncy. Ooh, a little dropper. Oh! Wow, that's definitely the Argentinian culture in her right there.
Hey, we had a beautiful view of that. That was going in the whole way. What
really?
Feel.
I didn't think so.
Yeah, well, JY, people who have touch, we knew that was going in, right?
I think that's the second.
Hey, it's only the first bowl of the women's match, too. I got a lot more for you.
Yeah, thanks. Looking forward to seeing you tomorrow back here at 2 p.m. You're a lot nicer when you're on camera.
I know.
You're back home.
You might be switching my flight back earlier tomorrow morning.
18-15, Atlanta leading this women's singles portion. 88-78 in the overall.
You know what? I actually want to ask Marcello at some point. He called that timeout early with like 5 minutes and the score was close. I think it was 10-9. My goal was always to keep the timeout in the first bowl unless I absolutely had to use it. So I'm interested why he slowed it down there halfway. Because this is where sometimes I might want to give someone a breather, or you might want to use it later in the third bowl.
Well, all I know is there's a reason he's full-time and you came in as the guest.
Hey, look, I really shouldn't be giving coaching advice when I just lost by 45, but here I am. I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Takes courage. Takes courage to lose by 45 and come out and tell a winning coach what to do.
Yeah, well, so far, Marcello's looking okay, bringing in Ava Harashar as she is closing the gap here in the women's portion of the match, but then extending the Atlanta lead in the overall as the men, led by Kevin King, helped them get to a big lead and a +2 big forehand inside in by Ava.
Yeah, she rips. She's the definition of all gas, no brakes from what I've seen of her. And sometimes that gas looks beautiful like that. Interesting slice.
And that's what we've seen with this court. When someone hits a slice, the ball checks, it stops, and players are not used to that. They're used to the slice moving fast and sliding, and there it checks, and we see the unforced error.
One of the most common mistakes people make is ball comes slow to them, they move slow. And that's why sometimes that change of pace slice, especially like you said, when it sits up here, you saw her feet stopped and immediately got an easy error.
Last 20 seconds left here in this first of 3 10-minute bolts. As we see one of the few faults actually in this since Ava has come in. We saw a few faults early when they were playing, but then they really have locked it in.
I think my challenge team, we used up all the missed serves today. We got them all out of the system, so I'm loving this. The serves, returns have been solid. It's been very, very high quality so far.
Big forehand by Ava, and another one. Oh, just missed it for the last point. And that's a 21-20 lead for the women. in this portion of the match, 93-81 in the overall portion. Jonathan, we're going to take a look at some highlights, but what did you think overall there?
I mean, honestly, no separation. All three players, Sion, Ava, and Michaela, they all did a great job. We never got a huge lead from anyone, and this is honestly from both sides what you want. You want to keep it close early on. You don't want to get in a hole. They made their serves. They made their returns. It was rock solid. We had a couple flashy shots there, a drop shot, a comes backhands. But I thought overall, after sitting, that was a great first bolt.
Yeah, we see some great highlights and finishes from Sion and that beautiful touch. And now we get to talk to her courtside with Luke.
Absolute dynamite. Look at this. Outstanding first bolt. You were dipping and dodging the unbelievable drop shots. What was the strategy?
Honestly, make bowls today. Trying to change the pace a little bit, get them moving, a couple drop shot works. So yeah, just keep them moving.
When your opponents are now substituting, because at the end, Ava was coming out with some big power, what does your mindset change to?
I really didn't. I was just focusing on my game and just keep moving. That's it.
What about the next bolt? I know you're playing.
Yeah, I'm excited, so let's see what happens.
All right, go hit winners.
Thank you, I will.
The next women's bolt's coming up.
Stokey, I think we got a little sneak peek there. It looks like Sion might come back. We'll see if we got a little bit of a heads up there. She did get off to a very solid start. That was a very tight women's bolt. We're gonna have our second one coming up. We're gonna see how Marcello wants to handle it with the women. Tanya Sasnouskaya has not seen any action, but she has been the most steady player for Atlanta in the first 2 weeks. We'll see who's gonna get things started as Miss Intense is getting the crowd rocking and rolling here. Sold out crowd here at the Intense Arena. Gosh, what a beautiful crowd. You get to see the stands right there built straight up, right on top. Everybody's got a front row seat here.
So normally I'm watching these matches from my guest bedroom. I can tell you, being here in person, the vibe is awesome. The lights, the sound, the court is beautiful. We got people up here. The energy is great. So cool being here in person. So thanks for inviting me. Appreciate that.
Well, I'm regretting my decision, especially if you get to strike number 3 off total burns against me. But you know what? It's okay. We're going so good so far. And yeah, this arena is one of the most unique settings. There's never been a court that's built like this inside a movie stage.
Hey, this whole thing is like so cool. Walk in, you got the scoreboards, and by the way, super easy actually to keep track of that shot clock, the serve clock, know how much time we have left in the bolt. But yeah, the crowd has been awesome. It's a really, really cool vibe today.
We're gonna get our second women's bolt started. De Souza from Chicago, she is in. She had 2 other sisters that also played tennis. 3 siblings, full scholarship tennis players. How tough is that, Mama?
That's pretty sweet right there. That's something you can hang your hat on. But how fun is it to say De Souza? What a cool nickname.
It's actually my favorite name.
You've said it a lot. I'm like, I wonder if he loves it as much as I love hearing it.
There's 2, Ginger Ninja, De Souza.
Yeah. That's a great lob. Interesting. So they didn't go with Sion. We thought she was playing it, but
I know. I think Elena saw something in the warm-up that made De give her a little bit of confidence to put her in.
And this is where the Stokey Spidey sense goes off a little bit. Remember, she missed that slow slice against Sion right there. There's another slow slice she missed, and so I'm starting to wonder if maybe slow to that forehand side and mixing it up works a little bit against Ava.
And we go back to week 2. Ava did struggle a bit when we were looking at matchups with a little bit of a slower ball. She loves the rhythm. She loves when they go bang, bang, back and forth. But I remember when Alessandra Crump played against her, threw in some soft-paced serves, a lot of unforced error returns. Let's see if Tampa scouted that match and they put in some of that strategy against Ava.
One of my great coaching things that I heard was hard isn't hard if it's always hard. And so some players love just pace coming back at them, and when you mix it up, you actually find out that slow slice is more effective. But look, when you give her a decent return like that, that's lights out, man. That's a really good looking forehand.
I think you got that line from ChatGPT. Great inside out forehand. There's that slower ball, and she misses again, right?
Again.
So just wide, but something about those slower balls can sometimes throw her off.
The Stokey Spidey sense. It's showing up. I feel it.
8 minutes left in the second of 3 10-minute bolts. De Souza on the near side. Another soft ball in the middle of the court. It seems like, I mean, it doesn't look out of control. I just think she's just going too close to the line.
A little bit. I mean, that's the thing. When you have incredible pace, you don't also have to hit in the corner. You have a massive weapon that's messing people up, right? So I'd love to see her. If you're going to hit it that big, hit it to big spots.
There we see that slice coming in, but this time Ava handled it well. They going again for it, and one more time.
The Stokey Spidey sense. We're seeing a little opening there.
And we see the Grim Reaper walk over to the referee, maybe signal substitution coming in soon.
But at this point, you know what? You got to back it up. He's all bark right now. He goes over there, and then he ends up not subbing. I was subbing people out all the time.
Yeah, but yeah, that's true. You definitely use.
They knew when I walked over there, I meant business. Marcello just walks over there, says something to Sebastian, and then walks back.
Yeah, he left that Brazilian side back in Brazil, and he became Mr. Nice Guy when he came to Atlanta.
He is. He's way too nice today.
Yeah, that comes from those Malibu days at Pepperdine.
But again, look, he went over there, Grim Reaper, boom, 2 in a row. I'm telling you, players feel it, and they go, oh, I got to lock it in, and they focus a little more. 26s, what a bowl.
I feel the same when I'm, calling this match next to you. Oh, crap, Stokey's next to me. I better step it up.
There you go. Hey, I'm just trying to raise your level, buddy.
27-26. It's been really close in the women's singles portion. If you look at the other score, 99-87 overall for Atlanta. Oh! Look at that pickup down the line, +2. Marcello's fired up. The Grim Reaper strikes again.
I'm telling you, it's going to become a tactic, a coaching tactic. Grim Reaper walk to Sebastian.
Goes back with fault, but that's okay. You hit a clean winner, +2. If you give it back with a fault, you still have a 1-point differential there. 28-all with the tie, 6 minutes left. JY Obona here alongside Jonathan Stokey. Sold out crowd at the INTENNSE Arena inside a movie stage. Unbelievable. How did this happen? Stories are going to be told about this place, and that backhand slice that stayed very low. I don't think that's a book that Ava's going to be reading, though.
No, that was absolutely nasty right there. And again, I like that De Sosa is mixing that up. I think it's a great play against Ava in particular. Ooh, this could be trouble. Slow. Uncomfortable.
Oh, she mishit that.
Yeah, it's uncomfortable.
Oh, the slow ball back today. Look, this has been a tight match so far.
No one can seem to really hit their shot consistently. They'll get on streaks, but it doesn't seem like anyone's really pulling away.
Well,
Jay's doing great. I'm telling you, on the sideline, you can hear the coaches going back and forth, just throwing little nuggets right back and forth, changing things up with spins and just waiting for their right shot.
And that's the one thing we've seen in this match, right? So many different changes of pace.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, with Ava, you've got to change up the pace. If you're going to feed her a ball machine ball where she can just tee off, she's going to hit winners all over the place and create 2-point conversions for Atlanta. Jay's, I think, being really smart with the cut ball and changing things up.
32-29 for Atlanta. And we see the change of strategy now.
Beautiful.
Kate Shurabura coming in, seeing her first action for Tampa. Heavy top turn forehand. These two can go backhand to backhand all day long.
Yeah, I can watch this. This is teaching tape stuff. Beautiful right there. And look, this is kind of our biggest separation so far, I want to say. 4 points. This is where you start teetering on the edge of where do you want to time out, do you want to slow her up, she's in a rhythm. But you never want to let things get away from you here. I had a rule today that in my mind that if it got ever between 6, I was going to call a timeout or get a sub. And we are now at 5, so I'm going to see what happens here. Then we got Kate in, we can still take a timeout and slow the momentum.
I think Yelena needs to learn the Grim Reaper move.
Yeah, I can teach her that walk. I made that one about 20 times today. Oh, there we go.
So, and this is going to be an interesting matchup, right? So Kate, we can say much better backhand than forehand.
Yes.
But her forehand is so much more off pace with spin, it actually affects Ava a lot. But if you're Marcello, you kind of tell Ava to go to the forehand instead of the backhand?
Absolutely, and then you just say look for the ball that you like. You know, if it's deep and slow, just roll it over there because she's just going to roll it back slow again. So you don't have to rush this right here. She can take her time if she wants, or you can just hit an absolutely beautiful backhand in the corner.
Let's see.
But she can pick and choose the ball she wants. And this is the tricky part, right? Because we talked about Kate's all-court game and coming in. And she's come in after this time off, and she hasn't seen the net yet. Like, she's got to find a way to get in the net. That's where she's at her best. That's where she's tricky. So maybe on this return or maybe on the +1, she's got to find a way to get in there.
And this is, yeah, and it's going to be tough because there we see Sion Mendes now coming in for Kate, and it's tough, right? She's a player that belongs moving forward into the net, but when the serve goes to the forehand, she plays off pace. You can't move forward after that.
Yep.
I know you love those down the line returns.
God, I mean, I'm going to wake up in the middle of the night in the courtyard tonight, like panicking because I saw another ball wide in the alley. I mean, we got to just keep this simple through the middle. And again, I'm begging for the timeout here. We're up to 9. Like, use it. Slow the momentum. She's hot. She's feeling great. Like, even just having her sit for a minute, you're changing something. You're changing the rhythm. I really want to slow this down because it's starting to get away from Tampa.
I think we're going to see a YouTube video on your channel about balls down the line and when to use timeouts and intense.
Defensive balls down the line and when to call a timeout and intense, because I think I did master the timeout today. It was like icing the kicker. But again, like I said, if we have a 10-point deficit in the next 7 minutes, we get halfway through bolt 3, it's going to be tough sledding.
Tell you what, if you're Tampa, you're down 10, Tanya hasn't even played a point. That's scary.
That is scary. Look, she's got a racket in her hand, though. Like, I'm looking at her, she looks like a pit bull just ready to, like, she's swinging it around.
She's been doing ladder drills for like 10 minutes, waiting for the moment, but the Grim Reaper just hasn't stricken yet.
Yeah. Okay, slow. You cannot miss a slow slice wide. That's kind of what Marcello was telling Michaela earlier. When you're in trouble, why are you missing that slice wide? Go middle, it's slow. She's actually struggled with slow balls earlier, and now you're just donating a free point. This is slowly slipping away here. 12 points.
Ooh, is that it?
Barely.
Barely in. Let's see if Sion Mendes on the near side, native of Australia, parents from Argentina, moved to Europe because it is just insane to travel to tournaments from Australia. That place is far away. In Europe, you're much closer to everything. She's joined us now at the Intense League. 116.93 in the overall match, 43.33 in the women's portion. Atlanta's dominating in both. The screens are yellow. Last minute left. Ava has just been in a long time, but doing better and better until I start opening my mouth.
Yep, that's a push-up. But again, I would love to be Marcello here. Like, great job coaching, letting this greyhound just come out and run. She's just been ripping back. I mean, look at that. She's absolutely feeling it. She's been great this bowl. You just let her ride until she tells you she's going to pass out. With 30 seconds left, she's going to be fine. But she looks absolutely fantastic in bowl 2.
Ava definitely playing her best tennis of the season. Marcello is loving it, keeping her in.
Oh, baby. Intensifier. Taking one off the dome.
Can't be mad at the intensifiers for losing. We got the intensifiers. Each team has their intensifiers, which are the ball kids that help them get the balls as fast as possible. They are part of the team. They want to help them play in this fast pace. And this is, you know what? That was actually very smart. So, you could rush it and miss it. So even though they were down, she did not rush it and just give up another free point. So, but 45-35 after 2 bolts for the women. Stokey, Ava, stories about her right now.
The Ava show, I mean, she looked super comfortable. A couple slow forehands earlier where she made some mistakes, but then she found the range on not only the forehand, like you see right there, but also stepping into the backhand. She just looked so comfortable. And I felt like Tampa needed to just do a little bit better job of making her continue to do it. They also sprinkled in their own unforced errors, which kind of helped her catch her breath. Right here, you can see Kate hit it slow in that backhand cross court, but she looked amazing that bowl.
She looked amazing, great performance, and we're fortunate to get her with Luke Jensen courtside.
The power, the true power from your strokes is amazing. How are you able to keep up with her trying to change up your rhythm with slices and loopers?
Honestly, I just feel like the only thing I could do was go for my shots, and that's what I was trying to do the whole time. I don't want to like give in to their game style, but just keep playing mine, and I feel like if I'm hitting hard and I'm picking good targets, then I can win almost any point.
At what point in the bolt did you feel you had a hold of it and you were taking control?
I think we were tied like in the late 20s, and then I feel like once I got like 3 or 4 points in a row, I felt like I was actually fully warmed up, and then I felt like I could just keep the momentum going.
And finally, what about the one serve? Because you rely a lot on your big serve, but it's getting a little bite, a lot of action on it.
Yeah, I mean, this is definitely helping me work on my second serve, and I feel like I have to use a lot more of my legs and really go for it, and I don't know, I was just trying to pick a big target and swing as fast as I could.
Good luck in the next bolt.
Thank you.
More bolt, more intense tennis coming up next.
There you heard it, bold 3 for the women coming up next. Let's see if Ava comes in. Nope, she's gonna get a breather. Oh, this is gonna be interesting. Tanya coming in. She has been the best player on the women's side for Atlanta, and now she gets to jump in with the lead. 118-95 Atlanta is on the far side, and then 45-35. Still a 10-point lead, a little bit bigger in the overall dual match, but the winner of the women's portion here gets $4,000. Tanya's just locked and loaded right here.
One thing I love about watching her is her base is so strong. She's got strong legs, but she's so low to the ground. Her center of gravity is right there. She just looks rock solid when she's hitting the ball. And I like the new hairdo she went with.
Yeah, that's new.
Yeah, that's fire. I like that.
Did she have that yesterday?
She did not. That's an overnight thing. I like the switch.
Right.
Intimidating. 4 hours.
Yeah.
Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah.
I want to know who helped her with that.
I want to know what time she woke up this morning.
I can tell you I did not spend 4 hours on my hair today. That did not happen.
You have hair?
That's why I got my hat on. I had the hat hair from coaching. All right, we're at 11. I was wondering if Elena, in between bolts 2 and 3, so something I was telling my team is if we're in the same situation with 5 minutes left, we're going to have to start chasing 2s, right? So what is that going to look like for you? How are you going to differ your game? How are you going to find your way to the net? Or how are you going to try to steal a couple 2-pointers? So right now, if they just keep treading water here for another 3 minutes or so, Tampa's going to be up against it, and they're going to have to make a huge tactical shift. Love that.
And there's that +2 coming in forward for Sion, trying to close the gap here. Jonathan, how do you manage this right now, right? Because you have the 2 things you're playing for. The women want their share of the prize money.
Yep.
Then we also got to get to the doubles. We know down 2 big in doubles, it's just very difficult. So how much do you go, all in to just try to win this women's portion, but you can potentially play too risky with these +2s.
Yep.
And then you just make it too much for the rest of the match afterwards.
Yeah, I mean, right now, if I'm the women, 8 points, 8 minutes, totally doable, right? So we're going to play our normal game for another 2 or 3 minutes, and if the lead is about the same, then I'd say be a little riskier. And then there's going to be like between 5 minutes and 3 minutes where we're going to see how that goes. And if it doesn't go well and the women's singles is over, then it's all about just making sure the ship doesn't sink completely, right? We just want to make sure we stay somewhat close for doubles where anything can happen with a ton of 2-pointers. So right here, you kind of want to hope if you're Tampa, you can get this down to 5 so you don't have to go chasing 2s.
Well, we see him coming forward to the net a lot more. Oh, no.
There we go.
Still gets the +2. Way to come in. We're seeing Sion try to force the net a little bit more now.
Yep, and we got timeouts and subs, right? Down to 5. Tanya came in.
18 in the overall. I don't think Tanya's playing bad. I mean, I don't think
she's not. Sion's playing great.
Yeah, I think Sion's just playing better now.
Again, watch this. If Sion wins this point, we might get a Grim Reaper walk, which means Atlanta's going to win like the next 3 or 4. Count it. Oh! Cannot miss that one.
Oh, no. I mean, it was well touched. Great strike. Beautiful technique. Just missed it.
3 points. So now we're down 6, right? She could have been 45 to 48. And you miss that silly drop shot wide. Remember, the best thing about a drop shot is that it's short. Wide has nothing to do with helping. So that's such a brutal miss right there.
Right back. Let's see.
Got to keep it low so we don't chase 2s here. And I think we're going to see Sion for the rest of this one.
I think the Grim Reaper just did his walk.
Yeah, he made a little note. And again, because this has been shrunk in half. Sion's done a good job. She's playing well. She's rested. She's been into it. Even though Tanya's been strong, sometimes it's not your night. Sometimes when you come in, you've been sitting. It's tricky, like I said with Trent. Ooh.
Oh, she was there, just swung and a miss. Strike 1, unfortunately. That's 2 for Tampa. And we see a timeout from Atlanta. Good timeout. Let's see if Marcello has some words of advice for Tanya.
With the objective of keeping the ball high and make points longer. You only did it the first point, and that's the point you want. Okay? So you need to embrace what we planned out, and if it doesn't work, I told you 1,000 times, we'll change it. Okay? We got the lead. They need to take the pressure. Okay? What I want to see you do, especially against her, go heavy middle. Go heavy middle. When the opportunity is there, I want you to go for it. But I just want you to be patient. That's it. Okay? I don't want to take away from you your opportunity to pull balls away. No, not at all. But be patient. Be patient. Come on.
it's just one of the coolest things in sports that we're doing at Intense to get the inside peek as to what these real conversations in live action are. Don't get this anywhere else at this level. Incredible here, Marcello try to get Tanya, back in the form that he wants to see from her. Just that high, you can't miss a high.
We can't come out of a timeout and throw a +1 in the alley. You got all the momentum. But look, Marcello just told Tanya, don't be the doer. You don't have to do anything. We have a lead. Sion has to go chase it. But also, Sion doesn't have to donate those free points like that. Like, it's just a killer way to come back. This is where you can see that money's on the line. Right here, right? This is like percentage play. They're all starting to think about the dollars. Yeah. Understandably so.
How many? Sion's missed so many balls wide.
I'm going to have a heart-to-heart with her after and just go this alley. You don't get bonus points for hitting the alley. Okay.
Doubles is coming up next, but not yet.
Don't rush it. The good news is that Sion has taken this down to 4 points. So now if I'm Yelena, I'm not like, hey, we have to rush the net, we have to get 2s. You just play your normal game and hope we're going to be a little bit better. And honestly, being simple and solid, whoever does it better is going to take this final match, right? Who's going to take the bolt, they're going to take the women's portion. Simple and solid.
5 minutes left in this final bolt in the women's action. The men for Atlanta did a great job giving them a 13-point lead so the women can run with it. Kevin King did a great job. Sion did not do a great job with that serve. Sion is so close. Like, she's missing shots where she's not even going for much. They're just normal shots she's missing. If she could just put a few of those back in play, I feel like she can really give them a lead in this women's portion and help them out going into double.
1,000%.
She's close.
You want all your misses to be on offense. When you're on neutral or defense, there's no reason to miss because there's no reward. Ooh, good little drop shot here. Followed up with a lob.
Oh, there's that open stance backhand that wasn't taught until the 2000s. Great shot by Sion with the drop shot. We see the fans right there who scanned that QR code before they got here. They got some of these tickets to come to the Electric Owl Studios and see this beautiful court. They did not come to see that single fault by Sion, but that backhand before that was nice.
Yeah, but they both, I mean, one counted for 2 and one counted for 1, but you can't just keep giving these away. It's so tough to hit that sliding drop shot.
Great, great.
Okay, so great point. Awesome. You cut it. Now we're down to 2 points. You still have to play this point. You can't just donate a double fault or a +1 in the alley. She has to lock it down here. Let's see if she's learned her lesson.
Okay, yeah.
I like that.
She bounced the ball a little bit. She took her time a little bit more in that serve. Looks like we have a timeout from somebody here, but Sion is starting to play much better. It is now 55-54. We were wondering how we're going to do it, but let's listen into Yelena right now. See if she has any words for
Sion. Doing high on her backhand is great. Remember, she has a great backhand managing the point. Make her run to her forehand. And initial ball, we're gonna keep screaming because she's like a big man. Just make sure when you serve, don't go for too big, huh?
Yeah.
Don't go for too big second. Right now?
I know she's uncomfortable there and I wanted to change it, but I didn't need to.
Now don't think about the score. Think that you're winning, okay? We're just trying to get as many points over as we can for the later. Yeah. Because you're gonna win anyway, I'm telling you.
Number 114, Atlanta.
Let's go, C1.
It's been great. We were wondering how they were going to handle, the deficit that they were in. And Sion, without taking too much risk, just played a tad bit more aggressive, using a few more of the drop shots. She's been really successful, racking up the +2s that you've been dreaming about. And she's back into this 55-54 Atlanta in the women's portion of the match. That's going to decide who's going to win the $4,000 for this portion. 3 minutes left for that cash money on the line. And then you got the overall match, 128-115. Tanya has taken a seat. Ava Harashar, I think this is a good move. She's been playing great tonight. She is back in the mix on the far side for Atlanta. Ooh, that ball was close.
I think it's a great move. Honestly, I think it's a little bit late because if you're Ava, you go, hey, what happened to that 10-point lead that I built last bowl, right? Oh, great. So look, there we go.
That's what you got to wonder for Sion, all the defense at some point if you just hit it into the ground and don't give up the +2.
Yeah, I mean, as a player, you always think you're going to be able to dip that low or hit it well. It's just so tough to give up on it. That's a nice ball right there. Backs her up.
She's been really good. Gosh.
Great touch.
Man, she's got a great dropper.
The forehand drop. Now look, Nory should not be trying it from behind the baseline, but Sion has shown me she has something I call individual talent. You can keep executing it like that, you keep going with it.
I think it's an appropriate time to call out Luke's favorite drop shot dragon, the title. Nory Smiles had it before, but Sion is taking it.
Wow.
And rocket forehand by Ava, +2. Gosh, 59-56. She's breaking the momentum Sion had.
MVP alert. She's been playing great. And look, she came back in with it even. She's already starting to play. Okay, yeah, MVP double fault. But
push up.
Yeah, exactly. But she comes in right away and she got that lead right back.
59-57 here in the women's portion. 132-117. Thank you to everybody joining us on the Twitch stream. Click that heart, click that follow button. We'll be back at 2. You can get that alert. 1:30 for the pre-surge show. Oh, did she touch it? She touched it. Oh, tricky. Wow. She tried to let it bounce to see if it was going wide. Good touch. For those of you on the Twitch stream, send your questions in the chat. We're paying attention.
Hey, this is what we came for right here. 59-58, minute 20 left.
All right, almost great slide, but better to hit it into the net.
Honestly, probably better because that was going to be an Ava backhand cross court, probably for 2. 2 points.
Big shout out to everybody also in Peachtree TV. Thank you for joining us. Welcome week 3 of the Intense League. Groundbreaking, historic league where men and women play together, and that drop shot showing up tonight. Oh, God.
Let cord line, 2-pointer, 40 seconds tied.
$4,000 on the line these last 40 seconds here.
Oh, boy.
Oh, another drop shot. Why not?
Go to the well.
Individual talent. She's been doing it. Okay. Drop shot dragon.
Drop shot dragon. Now, look, I would take the full time here. Yeah.
Take your
Slow
time.
down.
Oh,
and for the love of God, do not hit in our alley. I swear. She's doing so well.
There you go.
Thank you. There you go.
Big backhand. Is she going to be able to run out the clock and take the 4K? Yeah, they're telling her to stop it. They're telling her to stop. No, wait. Wait. Well, I don't think it was going.
She could have caught that.
No, but
she hit it in the net, right? That was 1 point.
That's right. Are they going to call? Yeah.
It was 62-61. Yeah. She could have taken that ball. Hannah wasn't ready because she was walking off too.
So I think Sion was just trying to like put the ball down and just say it was over, but she hit it with a racket, so it counts. I mean, look, incredible comeback. We'll talk about that later, but Sion really stepping it up.
Look, you can see 10 points right to start. I honestly thought Marcello was a touch late getting Tanya out of there, right? She struggled a little bit. Hannah did a great job building that lead. She came back with the drop shot of Sion, and then the passing shot combo was great. So she made a couple silly errors earlier. Honestly, without those, she might have just ran away from it, so I thought she was great.
Gosh, a drop shot dragon. Let's talk to her. She's with Luke.
We do have the drop shot dragon, some great drop shots. But what happened with your time management at the end?
Honestly, I wasn't sure if I had enough time to not serve. I thought I had 1 or 2 seconds left, so I just tried to miss it. I missed it 1 point, but I didn't know that it was going to end right on 0. So I'd rather take 1 than 2.
No, with the overall, we go into the doubles bolts now. But when they substituted in the power player, what was your mindset? Because she was really on fire in the last bowl.
Honestly, like the same as always, just make her run. I know she doesn't like coming forward, so a lot of drop shots to her backhand. And then the next shot, I kind of had a winner, so that was the tactic.
What about the team now going into this doubles? It's going to be aggressive. You guys, the women's is going to be the second bowl followed by the mix. You're going to be called upon. What is going to be your approach, your team's approach to win this thing?
Honestly, just get them fired up and fight for every point because you never know what can happen in these bowls. 2 points, you know, in doubles, it's all about the 2 points. So just get fired up and support each other.
Go get intense.
Yeah.
Coming up, the doubles bolts.
We're going to take a quick look at the match summary overall there for the women. They had that double-digit lead after that second bolt, but Sion really caught fire. She brought that drop shot into play, came to the net a little bit, got the +2s, and sneaks out that 1 point win to get the $4,000 for her team. That's going to be huge. And then we look at the overall portion of the match. For Atlanta, they still have that 12-point lead, but it was a lot more than that into the 20s, and Sion did a great job to give them a chance as they go into the doubles bowl. So when we come back, doubles bolts to finish off. Stay with us.
My name is Michaela Gordon, and I play for Team Atlanta. I spent a lot of my childhood in South Dakota, and I ended up picking up a tennis racket when I was maybe 4 years old. It's funny, the first thing that comes to mind is actually playing in South Dakota on ice-covered courts, because we only had limited indoor courts there, and just trying to shovel off the ice so that my dad could feed me balls. I have 4 siblings, I'm right in the middle. So I have 2 older brothers, younger sister, younger brother. It was great being in a family where all my siblings were also athletes. We really pushed each other. I think they're a big reason why I'm really competitive. I would say one of the biggest challenges growing up playing tennis was the demands of kind of the global tennis schedule. So I started playing ITFs when I was 13, which obviously is really young to be traveling the world by yourself. Having a lack of stability on the junior tour and not having a lot of consistency in terms of where I was, even just location-wise, was really hard for me. And it's one of the big reasons I wanted to go play team tennis in college, because I just wanted a more stable routine to be able to play at Stanford and get a scholarship and be part of that community of incredible women was something that I really couldn't turn down. Being on the team, being a student athlete, I think it taught me a lot about managing my time, about having that dedication to what you're doing and kind of managing different personalities and leading a team towards a common goal.
INTENNSE Arena in Atlanta, Georgia, as we're getting ready for the doubles bolts. Our production crew getting everything lined up, dancing, they're ready, we're rocking, we're rolling, it's a party time here. The music goes on the entire time, sold out crowd. Hammer and Benny, thank you guys for everything that you do. I don't know what I would do without you guys. Thank God also for Emory Sports Medicine, but we'll give them a shout out again later. As we have Raul Garcia, Kevin King. Looks like they're going to be starting in for the men's doubles. Sam Frizzell, Nory Smiles here for the coin toss.
This is the start of the doubles. Just as a reminder, if a player is substituted off in the doubles, the new player that comes on has to return from the same side as the player that's being substituted off. Tampa's home, Atlanta away. Atlanta with the call.
Tails.
Tails is the call. It's tails. Serve or receive. Atlanta to serve. Good match.
Here we go. Doubles time +2 time. This is Luke Jensen's favorite time of the match. He loves this as we're going to see all the action. Kevin King is going to be flying away there, but Nory, one of the best poachers. Raul Garcia, that big forehand on the far side.
Jeez, what a point to start. And look, where are we at right now? We're at 13 points. That is nothing. This is basically a coin flip. It's going to be who can be on offense in these doubles matches. Oh, yeah. There we go.
Flying around, +2, added to the scoreboard. Go back. Looks like they're going to try a little bit of I formation here with the quick communication. That means they've been practicing. It's so hard to communicate with only 14 seconds in between points. Raul with the great kick serve wide.
Oh, wow. We even have time. They're learning they have time to talk it over. But look where Kevin is. He's so close to the center of the court. I mean, how much pressure would you feel as a returner? Yeah, look at that. Where are you going to go?
Gosh,
look at that.
Great hands right there. Kevin, the backboard. 139-122 in the team portion. 5-0 to start things off in doubles. He's everywhere.
Look at him. Get that ball in. He wants 2 more quickly.
The Globetrotter.
I can't tell you from the side how fast that ball is coming.
Raul got excited.
The only thing that could stop him was his partner dumping one in the net.
Yeah. Now, let's see. Nory Smiles coming in, but Kevin returning well from the cameraman angle with a great +2.
Great feel there. We've seen a lot of great feel from all the players. Lots of good drop shots, a couple nice drop volleys earlier. tough to do when you have heart pumping, out of breath, moving around fast, everything is intense, and then have the soft hands under pressure. Very impressed with all the players.
Nory trying to go for the highlight reel around the net, but you got to remember, you're down in the scoreboard. And there we see the no let serve rule here. If the serve hits the net but goes in, we play it. Marcello asking for the crowd to get louder. Wants the energy right there. Boom, +2.
I'd be scared if I was in the crowd. He's yelling at me like that. I'm like, oh my God, I better yell. Well, his eyes are bulging out of his head. And it kind of worked too.
Marcello, you're fired up there. How are things going?
You're breaking up a little bit, man. Sorry.
You're just getting the crowd to be too loud, man.
Hey, we're playing at home. I might as well just use them, right?
Yeah, how good is this from Kevin and Raul to get things started?
You're breaking up.
We'll get back to you after this. Thanks.
Wow. Look, this is just a tidal wave of offense from Atlanta right now. Bigger ground strokes, closer to the net, hands out in front. It's very tough to win doubles on defense. And right now they're hitting bigger and they're closer. It's a great start for Atlanta.
(14-5) Atlanta.
Okay, you better show me that you're ready. I need you.
Tampa, we got to see a timeout from Tampa. I know you don't want to see one too early, but things are
No, I don't want to see it early, but you got to call it when you got to call it. When you're down 10, I think I called one 2 minutes into our doubles because we were getting smoked early, and I'm like, hey, this isn't going to work. If we keep doing this, it's just going to get bigger and bigger. So even if we figure it out, it's going to be too late. So, no, if you're Tampa, you don't want to waste the timeout.
See that close
tight
call.
there.
Nory almost turning things around with the +2. Oh, can this be the momentum turner? When you wanted two things to happen, either a timeout or the Grim Reaper from Yelena.
Yeah, a Reaper walk, but she doesn't know about that yet. I'll tell her after. But again, I told you at the beginning of the bolt, I said 12 is a coin flip. Okay, but now we're at, how is my math on this, 23? Okay, it's no longer, like, we're getting out of hand here. We got to slow this down, and we got to figure out how we're going to stop this. Look at this guy.
Oh my gosh!
Like, what are we going to do to solve the Kevin King problem? That's probably going to take 60 seconds on a timeout right now. So, look, it's getting away from us here.
+2, she did the Reaper walk.
Oh my God. Oh, we get a touch?
You did get a touch.
Okay.
Did get a touch.
And this is the exciting thing about doubles. You can see Atlanta's already got 19, and we're only 5 minutes in. I mean, the point totals are high, so it can still change. But again, I'm going to call it the Kevin King problem. They got to solve that. And they got 5 minutes to do it. What a half volley.
Oh! Oh, great hands all around. KP and Nory right there. Great job. 3 points in a row since the Reaper walk.
No, 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 no.
Oh, no. What happened? That whistle did
I think he's saying it. Did he say it bounced twice?
No. 2 points. No. That is the animal call.
All right, we got to move on. Atlanta,
The ball wasn't even close.
Yeah, he called 2 bounces there.
I do think it was 1.
I agree. It definitely won. Hey, you know what? People make mistakes, but again, this is where, don't let it derail you. You're up 9. Well, now you're up 7. But you're up in the overall match. You let it slide. Hey, bad call. Cool. Doesn't define you. Go right back to work. Or just let someone hit a serve into that.
Yeah, well, KP hasn't played in a while. We see that cold shoulder coming in.
I like your idea. Show up to practice, do your warm-up and agility, go make 30 serves.
Yeah, right off the
Nothing
bat.
could be more realistic.
I am learning something watching everything from the sideline.
Hey, at least you're learning something, right?
I want to learn how to hit a forehand like that.
That ain't happening for you, big boy. That was probably at least over 90 miles an hour, an inch over the net. And you can see, like, he couldn't even get his racket back by the time that bounced.
He's God, the hands from the Atlanta team and the cameraman, that is tough.
Camera guy, tough luck, move on.
Yeah, well, that's tough.
Got to hit it through his legs.
And they're going to confirm how to handle this. But that was the hands we've seen. We've seen some big shots in Tampa, but Kevin with the reflexes. Then we see Raul some great reflexes there as we get things sorted out. And let's see what they're going to decide here. Because KP was there. I think he could have comfortably put that ball in play.
It was the cameraman. If it was his team, I would say play on, but it's the cameraman. From the backup.
So it looks like they're going to replay it. I do think that's actually fair because KP was in a comfortable position to keep the rally.
Totally fair. Atlanta can feel a little upset about the last call, but we don't need to move. This is a non-starter. You hit the camera guy in the back. But again, this is like, if you're Atlanta, you don't need to mess around with this stuff. Who cares? You're playing great. You're dominating. You already had the lead. You're winning this bowl. Don't get caught into all this stuff. Don't start getting emotional. Just stay focused. Actually, look at that. I mean, look at a forehand like that.
Oh. Yeah.
That's
I thought he was just going to tap it into.
He totally should have. He should have just swatted that in the crowd and be like, I'm not letting it go over. I'm going to double hit the ball. That actually would have been genius.
I don't know if we have something like that in the rule book.
Yeah.
So that would have sent Marcello through the roof.
Yeah. Again, when Kevin goes high like that, going line is a great choice. It's also just so tough when there's a kicker like that. Look, Kevin's right in the middle of the court. I call it the Kevin King problem. There it is.
Great moving with the hand.
Oh! I guess the way you solve it is a reflex slice on both lines in the corner.
Oh, Marcello thought it was out. The bolt 6 solid is in, and that is +2. We have electronic line calling. So,
nah, Marcello's just getting cranky.
It's past his bedtime.
He's getting cranky. He started yelling at the crowd to get louder. What's he cranky about? They're up, what are they up, 20 right now?
A lot
of miscommunication.
They're coming back.
Come on, guys.
These last 2 minutes, I think, are going to be absolutely massive.
Yes, and look, does a timeout matter in the third bowl if it's a 30-point spread? It doesn't. So, like, if you feel like it's getting away from you from either team right now, if you're Atlanta, cool, we can just call one here. We can get to that mixed doubles, and we already have a lead. Great, we're going to take this. So, if it keeps going down for Atlanta, I don't even mind taking a timeout. But again, once you start talking about it, they kind of find their way back.
Raul Garcia, Kevin King on the far side for Atlanta. Nory smiles, KP Pnu on the near side. Tampa, 161, 142, but only 27-20. So if Atlanta maintains the lead in the overall match, we still have the $4,000 that's being played for. Wow, great.
Yeah,
that's tough. Inside out forehand angle. How many videos have you put up of that one on YouTube?
That would be exactly 0, and there will be 0 moving forward, but hey. Great touch there from Kevin. Yeah, Nory will hit the 5 best shots I see all day, but he will almost certainly hit the 5 worst shots I've seen all day as well. And that inside out forehand was pretty solid.
We just hope those 5 happen early so he's up in the lead when those next 5 come in.
Yeah, fair enough.
That's a great return by KP with Kevin with the stretch, almost made that. Last 30 seconds here, this men's doubles bolt. Women's doubles coming up next. One of the few poaches. Usually Nory's flying around the court. That's his first one of the day. Almost had it, caught it late.
That would fall into the 5 worst shots. I'm pretty sure he hit that forehand volley into someone's stomach on the side there.
He did hit a fan, but not a beer. So it's okay.
It's all good. It's all good. There we go.
And that's going to do it for the men's doubles portion. 30-23 in that men's doubles, but 164, 145. Jonathan, give me your thoughts on that men's doubles bowl.
It's called the Kevin King problem. So he's got his hands in front, and he sits in the middle of the court. I mean, this is not rocket science. We got a guy on the baseline, Raul, who's hitting good kick serves and good forehands, and then you let Kevin sit in the middle of the court and just go to work, right? I thought they did a great job. They were on offense for a majority of the match, and that's why they won that bowl.
The hands from Kevin
Look at
have
that.
just been fantastic. Jeez. I mean, gosh, so good. Let's go down courtside to Luke, who's got Raul and then Kevin as well.
This is so much fun to see a doubles team that works so well together. Raul, you're bringing that forehand pace. You almost killed somebody out there.
I know, that was the goal.
You don't get extra bonus points for that.
Yeah, it's fine. I don't care. Yeah, just super happy to play with this guy. He's so easy. You know, he does everything at the volley. So, yeah.
Dude, you don't even play on the tour anymore. You're coaching. But tell us about your approach mentally and then tactically being so effective at the net.
Yeah, I just want to stay aggressive out there. He's got a huge serve, heavy kick. It's tough to control it. Take away the middle and go after it.
You become a target too. If you don't stick that volley, they're coming at you. What are your thoughts?
I want to get pegged. Bring it. Come at me, man. Let's go.
They stand no chance against us.
Okay, so for the women's bowl, what do you want to see from the girls?
Lots of winner, lots of everything. I don't care. As long as we win.
How will you coach from the sideline?
Tell them to get after it. Bring the energy. Come after it. Play on our.
Like intense. Do you like intense tennis?
Love it, baby. Intense. ATL. Let's go.
Atlanta's on fire. The women's Bolton doubles is next.
Jensen Rules might be up next. We'll see that suggestion box, the +3s. Raul, he wanted more than just +3s. He wanted to knock somebody out.
I wanted to kill someone. I haven't heard that, but I got to be honest with you. I'd be afraid if I was on the other end of one of those forehands.
I think the only person I've seen handle that pretty well, if you remember the Max Benson volley reflex from a couple nights before, I think not a couple nights before, a couple weeks ago, Raul hit a forehand I thought was Mach 50, and Max got it back. Unbelievable hand.
If you got your hands in front like this, the racket's protecting this beautiful face, the net is protecting your lower half, you just get nice and low like that, but it is scary as hell, I'll tell you that.
Spoken like a true double specialist, I wouldn't know what to do because I played two back all the time, so
yeah.
Here we go. Women's doubles now, 10 minutes. Ava Harashar serving on the far side with Tanya Sasnouskaya. Very nice donation to Sion Mendez and De Souza on the near side for Tampa. 9 minutes, 45 seconds.
And interesting, I think on the women's side, the returning team actually has the better chance to play offense because the serve's a little slow and they can all step up and rip and then let their partner move. So it's actually how are you going to manage your serve points in this bowl?
Based on what you said, which I totally agree, that's why I'm surprised that Kate was not in. I think Dade did an amazing job in singles, but for Kate to not be in for one of these, for doubles, with the serve that she has, because it's already so hard to win points on your serve, she's the one that can help really win those extra points with serving.
Yeah, I'm with you. I wonder if there's maybe a small injury or something over there, because I totally agree with you. She's got a lot of variety. She looked last week when I commentated her challenge match, she looked great at the net, especially in doubles. And that's what we need here. I mean, again, the overall match, 18 points, still very, very doable, but we're going to have to own the middle of the court and make some serves.
Yeah, and that's why we'll find out later today why Kate wasn't in there right now. She is one of the best serves out of anybody from the women's side of the league. Take a quick little timeout to get organized here. The 33-26, 8.5 minutes left. Mixed doubles coming up after this. Thank you everyone joining us on Twitch.
Oh no. Slow drop volleys and doubles do not work.
I think we call a quick timeout for Tampa. You still haven't used one. Just stop it now. Stop it.
You can't take it with you. It doesn't matter if we call bolt. Yeah.
Reaper walk?
Yeah. Kate's going to be coming in here in a second. But again, why did we wait 2 minutes? Why did we? We've got this stud with a versatile game who feels comfortable up there. Maybe her strongest part of her game too. And we need it now. Step up. That's nasty work right there.
Yeah, we see the sub. Kate comes in. I would say that's a first strategic mistake I've seen. Like, clear strategic mistake from the coaches today.
Yep, possible. And let's now see. We've been ripping it, and then Kate comes in and shanks like 5 volleys, and it's our fault. But I think she's going to be very comfortable. Look at her. She knows what she's doing. She's got the good ready position. She's going to be moving forward. Yeah.
See, that's Sion's fault. It's not Kate's fault.
Exactly. Exactly. Let's see if she looks to make a move here on this first ball after the return.
wide balls for Sion today, just crushing it right there.
Fundamentals, fundies.
But I think also that's from the size and the movement effects. You talk about the Kevin King effect at the net, but Ava right there, you know, showing a little bit of fake. She has a big presence there at the net. She's tall, she's lanky, she covers, and she forced that ball wide. There's another missed return right there. We're going to call it the Ava effect.
Yes, Ava, and one thing she does, you can see her foot is closer to the center service line than the single sideline. So when she's setting up shop in the beginning, she's in the, okay, good move, big swing. But she's in the middle of the court. Let's look where Ava sets up right here. Look at her right foot. That is textbook Stokey doubles positioning right there. I love it.
Split forward, right?
Yes.
From that boom, boom forward, so also closing the gap.
It's one of those things, I come out, if it's the first point I've ever seen her play and I see her standing there, I go, oh, she knows what she's doing. It's that simple.
You got to invite her to be a guest coach at one of your doubles games.
I might get her on the podcast, honestly. She keeps positioning, I mean, who taught her to do that? Because it takes me like years to get people to commit to that positioning. Good move.
Hands by both.
Great ball.
Where she leans into that backhand.
I can tell you, this is a point I want no part of. Girls absolutely lacing ground strokes back and forth. They would have smoked me 5 times at that point. That was impressive hitting.
See, I think you just would have poached by the second ball, though, so we wouldn't have even gone
That's fair. We never would have known because I would have run to the net in a panic. But they are hitting that ball like 2 inches over the net, back and forth. But again, kind of what we talked about earlier, they all like that. In doubles, you see that a little bit more, but it's also a good ball to volley.
39-32. Atlanta on the far side has the lead in the women's doubles portion here. Overall doubles, we got mixed doubles coming up next.
That's what you asked for, JY.
+2. I told you, put Kate in there. That's what she's going to do. She's going to serve well and then clean up at the net.
First thing you do after a poaching winner is poach again.
Yeah.
Right there, she's going to go cross. Way to touch it.
Yep, good hands, way to follow up. It's tough a lot of times for the net players. They hit one good volley, but the ball actually comes back, and then they're actually not ready for that next one. Ava, very calm, showing her doubles experience as we do get a timeout.
So here's the
Let's
thing.
listen into Marcello here.
Because sometimes it's hard to find Kate's forehand, okay? What I want to see you guys do is aiming at the person at the net right here. You're not trying to pass. Because here's the thing, if we try to find her forehand, it makes it too easy for the person to poach, okay? And if we try to pass without the opening, they can put the volley away. So she's so good on the side, we want to keep that away from her. On your volleys, all you need to do, technique is good, but you're not using your legs. So I want to see you going, boom, okay? Looking good, girls, come on, come on. Stick together, stick together.
40-34, Tanya Sasnouskaya on the far side, serving for Atlanta. Try to extend the lead. Kate Shurabura, Sion Mendez in on the near side. Seeing if they can claw their way back in this match and give their team a fighting chance in the mixed doubles. That's certainly a very nice donation to them. They must be members of the Red Cross.
I wonder if we get a kick serve and volley here. No.
Here's the kick wide, but
why would they poach like that and have Kate set up for the forehand? That was an interesting early move there.
Especially when she has a better backhand.
Exactly. Go for it. It's well done.
Great hands.
Absolutely. Now on this side, I like them poaching every time because either Sion's going to get that volley or Kate's going to hit a backhand. To this side, it makes sense to do every time.
Going I formation there.
There we go. Thank you. Thank you. I love it when we play smart.
For those of you listening in, make sure you sign up for Jonathan Stokey's doubles camps where you can get more of this great world-class advice.
There we go.
Stokey 2 for 2 there.
Now on this side, if I'm Sion, I just throw a fake because we've been moving a lot, but I also want Kate to stay over there for a backhand. Or we could just do that.
You just read that one very well. Oh, almost. We are tied 40-40 in the doubles. Only a 12-point lead overall.
And again, we put Kate in, and that lead's gone away, right?
Yeah.
She definitely changed the vibe.
But we see the huge plus-minus for Kate coming into this. 3 minutes left, still a lot of time, a lot of points. What's the math? How many points do you think we can get?
How many points we didn't get?
Yeah,
how many points in? I think it's about 4 to 5 a minute. So I think we're looking at 12. I think we're looking at 13 to 14 total points left in this bolt. we're absolutely tied up, and the team match is down to 12, which again, as I told you, flip of the coin. It is all on the table right now.
You must have graduated magna cum laude, dude.
Hey, you know what? Look, yes, I got there because I had a great serve, but I can also count to 10, as I did in the pre-production, flawlessly, and I can also subtract 163 from 176. It's all going on over here.
I can put it in the calculator.
Yeah.
43-41. Let's see if Atlanta can extend it out. Great touch by Sion, though, to save it from being a +2. Atlanta's starting to pick things up as Tanya's serving on the far side. Interesting by Kate, moving back in the middle, not back forward. She's confusing me with the poach and the move.
A little late on that one. I'll say this. Kate saw it right there. She wanted to make the move and she didn't get it. I find people are rarely too early with poaching. They're often too late. And that's what we saw right there. She had the right idea, had the courage to do it, and she was a step slow.
Timeout by Atlanta.
Interesting.
I was thinking Tampa would have called it.
I agree.
You agree, Marcello?
I don't know if Tampa. No, I thought Atlanta had kind of.
I talk about the outside, okay? On the use, I know. On this side, I prefer you to stay faking, showing the shoulder, so you have time because you always go down the line. Remember, she hated. She always go down the line. So I just want you to like pretend, but don't go too much middle to go because it's gonna be too tough. You know she go down the line, okay? They're gonna go again. They stay back, both of you, because she's gonna go more. Okay? Let's go. You serving right now, so yeah, same strategy. Come on. I keep it for now. Oh yeah.
Yeah, we were saying, I was actually wondering about that because I was thinking if I'm Tampa, what do I do? It was tied, now it's starting to get away. And Marcello kind of gave them a little time to catch their breath, but also he must have seen something from his team where he's like, you know what, maybe we got to lead, but he doesn't like how they're getting it, didn't think it was repeatable. Wow. Okay, well look, if you call a timeout and we go for that, hey, Marcello, I take it back, I lost by 45, you're the man, you're the genius. You nailed it.
You're a guest this whole time.
I'm a lowly little guest coach.
Watching from your guest room, taking notes.
Yep, exactly.
Wow. Oh, she's playing by Raul and Jensen rules right there.
It's contagious.
Just long. 48-43, minute and a half.
God, still all right there, though. 17 is not that bad. 5 for doubles for sure. Hey, live by the alley, die by the alley, right? Yeah, everyone says they can do it so easily all the time, and then 30 seconds later, we got one wide.
48-44. If Tampa even just sneak in 2 or 3 here, it's going to keep it so close. The mixed doubles will be completely up for air. Why? My tennis soul wants to cry.
It's so painful because there's just nothing to gain from that. And it's so devastating, right? I mean, Tampa really is at the point with about 11 overall minutes left in this doubles portion. You can't just throw away points and light them on fire, and missing a slow ball wide is doing exactly that.
Tanya's feeling it a little bit on the serve, went for a big one previously, got to forced air, and then misses it here. All right.
Sion, fake. I want Kate on that ad side. I think she's going to move over. No, this is good. Go, Sion.
Okay, let's see, do they rush it?
Right now with 8 seconds left, I might take my time.
Close calls we see from Boltzwig. Huge forehand by Ava. Is she going to rush it and try to sneak in one more point?
There you go.
And Marcello slowing things down. Let's not rush it. Let's not give him a free point. They get a few extra points to extend the lead. 185, 168. 51-46 in the doubles portion. Jonathan, that was a little bit more back and forth in that women's bowl.
Who am I to question the great Marcello? Right, we got a timeout there. They were up 2 or 3, and he actually doubled the lead there. Great timeout by him. But again, early on, you can see there's just some simple cross courts. We had De Souza in there. I do like that Kate substitution because you're playing to her skill set. So early on, there's that little bit of spread. But then, look, I mean, it's a great move, a terrible volley. But it still sets you up, and it still forces people to miss because they respect you at the net.
Yeah, and when Kate came in, things really started to turn around. She's playing so much better. She's just a presence at the net. Let's see if Yelena's going to put them back in. But We got Luke, he's got Tanya and Ava. Did a great job to finish there.
Tanya, Ava, what a nice little bolt right there. What was the difference?
From what?
For the win.
Just staying a little more solid today. Looking for more opportunities to go down the line. Staying solid from the baseline, I would say, today.
And what about the strategy? You played a lot of singles. How do you translate to the doubles win?
I mean, honestly, just gonna go for my shots again, just like I do in singles. And I like playing from the baseline, and I feel like it helps set her up. So I think it was a good bolt.
Now, the biggest difference I see from the last time we had you here in Intense, your hair is different. I've changed my hairstyle, but I didn't take 4 hours to do it. What did you do and how long did it take?
30 minutes.
30 minutes! What do you think? Do you think I have a shot to try to do that?
Absolutely.
I think I could do some hair situation. Good luck in the mix.
Thank you.
More Intense tennis. Actually, the final bolt of the night. More action coming up next.
We got the final bolt coming up. But Jonathan, I think you got a time to go get your hair done if it only took her 30 minutes before we get started here.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, I heard a rumor 4 hours, 30 minutes. I mean, that's very, very impressive.
Well, here we go. Mixed doubles, final bolt for doubles, final bolt of the night, 185-168, and then 51-46. That 51-46 is the doubles portion where the teams are trying to win $4,000. Then you got the overall team match. So it's going to be very exciting to see if Tampa can string a couple points together. Atlanta might feel some of the pressure there. Okay, all right, bone to pick here. Ava's fully stretched.
Correct.
Why does Sion move over to cover the alley there? You full stretch, she's not going to take that down line. You go hard middle. If she has the guts to go down line, too good.
Yeah, I have no argument. I've been trying to figure it out for many, many years. When I let you know, I'll tell you. But interesting over here, we were doing the two back. Look.
Kind of half back.
Yeah, he's kind of in no man's land, but on that last serve, he was back too. And it's interesting because they're down, and we're gonna eventually need some two-pointers here, and I don't think we're gonna get them from the baseline, so that's an interesting tactic. We'll see how that works out.
Ava Harashar, Auburn alumni, alongside Kevin King, Georgia Tech alumni. Nory wants some of those forehands +2. You hit that clean winner, it's 2 points. You go back, you serve on the same side. Sion Mendez serving it up, done a great job in the singles today.
That's such a big forehand. She's just been lights out. She had struggled a little bit with some slow slices in the first singles bolt. Ever since then, she's just been lacing balls left and right. Absolute nightmare. And then we got her with the Kevin King problem. This is a very formidable team.
Oh, angled, +2.
I'm still keeping an eye on that overall score at 15. I think it's still in play, but obviously doubles 3. Big time cash on the line.
Just barely on the line, so close. Gosh, anytime Tampa tries to build some momentum, Atlanta just stops it. They were gonna play 2 back, but Sion comes forward. When you got a forehand like that with Nory serving it up.
There's your future 3-pointer for maybe the skin on Kevin there. But yeah, I like that they got the 1-up one back now. I mean, we gotta go, Nory. All right, 3 points. This is getting very, very interesting.
Gotta poach here if you already gotta poach.
Hey,
First
the
ball.
default should be poaching. Staying should be the randomness. Instead,
you gotta make the serve first. You gotta baby steps.
Hey, it's the wound is still fresh for my challenge team. We definitely struggle with our serves today, but yes, it is all about the fundamentals here. Miss serve, miss return. Boom.
58-54. Luke, these single faults there when they're trying to get these +2s is tough.
Bolt is mixed doubles. It just combines just the absolute style difference that between the brutal force of the guys and then the artistic, the ball striking from the women and the communication. The guys flying around, you just saw that from Kevin King trying to cover on an overhead. But Ava's playing her role up. It's fantastic. She's trying to pick off volleys at the net and the communication. So much fun to watch.
How do you feel about 2 back when they're down for Tampa?
Well, you got to take some chances. You've got to do something. I'm really surprised with only 1 serve. I'd be taking more cuts, and tactically, If I saw Kevin King at the net, I'm going down the line every single time. I don't know what he's throwing, but I'm not letting him take the middle or nibble on anything crossing because he's just too effective.
63-56 Atlanta, but 197 to 178. 6 minutes left for everything. We're going to be done after this. Oh, how many +2s has Nory had on his racket that he has not been able to convert?
Yeah, well, that's one of those bad 5 we were talking about. An over and off and overhead 3-point swing.
And there, that's a good timeout from Yelena right there.
Overall score is 178 Tampa, Atlanta 198.
Let's try to go to the forehand a little bit more. Okay, she does a very good job dipping that backhand, but the forehand, she can't do it.
You guys are
Okay?
welcome to come down to center court. Meet your favorite players or your favorite coach. Feel free to take pictures and don't forget.
Some great advice there by Marcello.
We're gonna keep it like that.
See what Yelena's got for her team. Last 6 minutes of the night. Everything's on the line. Doubles match on the line. Team duel on the line. Ava Harashar serving it up, trying to put the stamp on the night for Atlanta.
I mean, look at King. Look at that ready position. That just looks like danger right there.
Looks like a tiger just ready, just prowl all over the net.
It is super intimidating. But I guess if I had Nory's forehand, I probably wouldn't worry about it too much.
64-57, while the team match is almost out of hand for Tampa. It's only 65-57, and the winner of this doubles portion will take home $4,000 for their team. So there's still a lot on the line, even if the team match is not there. And that's why Kevin's playing so hard. He wants it all. He wants double trophies.
And again, 9 points, 5 minutes. That's starting to get a little out of hand. And it's also tough because Atlanta's clearly been the better double side, right? I mean, look, Ava's been smashing balls, Kevin's great at the net, and you have the lead, and you have scoreboard pressure. So this is a very, very tricky challenge. How are they going to get on offense? How are they going to get their serve? And how are they going to steal some 2-pointers?
There's that lefty to righty matchup.
That ain't it. I can tell you that.
Great hands right there. Right, Kevin playing like he's got to pay for daycare. Give me that money in the bank. That deposit's coming in.
You keep saying he's paying for diapers. I want to know how often that kid's going to the bathroom, man. He's been winning a lot of matches.
I mean, you need at least like 6-7 diapers a day, minimum. And then daycare, you got to drop some off at daycare.
There you go.
You know, so you got to buy for both. It ain't cheap. Kevin's playing like it.
Hey, he's playing for his family, you know.
That's right.
Trying to put diapers on a butt, food on the table, and he's in the middle of the court hitting some great volleys.
2 back on the serve. KP is in. We see a substitution in there. 4 minutes left. 203, 181 in the team portion, but $4,000 in the line. This doubles portion, 70-59, only 11 points.
Hey, but here's your Duke guy again. 4 minutes. I'm saying it's about 16 points left, and you're down 11. So how are you going to close that gap? You're not going to do it with 1-pointers. It's just not going to happen. They are going to have to get at least 3 2-pointers coming in to have a shot here. That's the goal. It's calculus. Don't worry about it. You'll figure it out.
Oh, I stopped listening to you. I'm just looking at the chat stream.
Don't worry.
Twitch, so.
I got it all going on. You just sit there, look pretty. I'll do the math.
No,
but we
I'll
need
just,
some 2-pointers.
Yeah, you keep doing your calculus stuff. I'll keep giving a shout out to everybody on Twitch. So
I got a little abacus. Next time tomorrow, I want someone to get like something I can slide across.
Yeah, you can slide it across. Well, I'm not paying attention. Thank you, everyone over at Peachtree TV. As you listen to Mr. Duke, magna cum laude over here, speak a language that I don't understand. Hopefully you can understand this tennis. 72-60 for Atlanta in this doubles portion. KP Panu on the near side with Siem Niendas as they are trying to get things back right now. 3 minutes left, 13-point deficit. But Kevin King, the man of the hour right now.
I think Kevin, someone can text his wife, put the baby to bed. This looks like it is donezo. They were playing so well. 15 points overall. We're looking at what, 27? They've earned it, man. They've played so well. They've been on the front foot all day. Super impressive.
Kevin King, the MVP?
Absolutely. Honestly, set the tone from the first bolt, came right away. Pressure tennis, which works well. He executed well. Also, his mixed doubles partner, strong candidate as well because she built that 10-point lead, came back in later. They've both played so well today. It's very fitting that they end this bolt together in mixed doubles.
We can say this. Kevin King, male MVP. Ava Harashar, female.
Easy for me.
Yeah.
Easy choices.
I didn't graduate from Duke, but I think I can put that sentence together.
Yeah, well done. You did great there. It's just been a whole steady stream of that.
It's a big forehand. Once she found that range today, it was over for her opponents.
Yep. I think Marcello was just being nice, taking her out for that third bolt for 7-8 minutes, give everyone a break. And now she's just in hitting absolute missiles again.
And then we see the adjustment. Marcello told Kevin, hey, let's serve more to the own forehand, not the backhand, and we see how much it's worked out.
Small things like that can turn the tide, right? When you're in a match, the only things that can change momentum are tactics and emotion. And when you make a small tactical change like that, it can end up being the difference. Bingo.
What a great move by Kevin. How he was so quick to recognize, cover the lob, the switching, the moving. I know that's what you teach at your doubles camps. The way, hey, you move there, I move there. The silent communication.
Yep. Hey, I might just start telling people, be like Kevin. Simple. But he's a problem up there. Oh, we got two back. Look at this turn into chaos. We're in our last minute. 18, this is where, hey, if I'm Atlanta, drink it in, baby. You earned it all night. 18, this thing is over.
What do you think they're drinking?
It's a great question, actually.
For sure, body armor.
I know what you've been trying to drink
Body
all day.
armor.
Body armor, yeah.
Body armor.
Yeah.
Need
Well,
those
they're still athletes. They're getting the electrolytes. They're getting the body armor to recover. I don't know what you recover with. I'm recovering with some candy later. I can tell you that.
I'm recovering with body armor.
Someone brings a body armor to me. I actually need one now, too. I've been dying.
Last 20 seconds of the night. Atlanta is going to be very happy as they finish things off. They get the rest of the weekend off. Tampa's going to have to come back tomorrow against Jacksonville and somehow recover from this. Atlanta's going to roll this down. The sold-out crowd truly impressed with the performance of the Atlanta team. And what a performance right there. Marcello just giving high fives all around. Very happy team. Trent Bride seeing the most action he's seen. It was incredible. We've seen a little bit of mix of everything. You know, and that's what I think Marcello's going to be truly happy about. Ava finally finding her game this season. Trent finding her game this season. Because Kevin was already playing pretty well in week 2. Tanya was already playing pretty well in week 2. Michaela was right there solid. But we were wondering where Ava and Trent were going to fall in as we take a look at some of these highlights for today.
Yeah, man, Marcello's just spoiled. I mean, can you imagine picking between Michaela, Tanya, and Ava? Like, oh, that's really difficult. I mean, actually, it is kind of tough because they're all so good. Who do you play, right? But again, you see it early. Missile ground strokes, Kevin at the net, and it just puts so much pressure. I mean, so many of these balls you see people missing. I understand it, right? Like, what are you going to move off of? They're hitting huge balls. They're in the middle of the court. Great job early. You see Nory right there trying to make something happen, but it's still an absolute rip. So offensive, middle of the court, kudos to Atlanta.
Absolutely great job by Atlanta there. And I think Luke has court side with the Grim Reaper, who might be smiling right now.
Coach, what a performance from your squad. When it shifts to the doubles, it's another level. It's another gear.
I mean, they just always step up in doubles, you know, like they love playing. There's good unity, so I know that if we can go into the doubles boats with a little bit of a lead or a tight match, we have a very good chance to win the whole match.
I mean, to me, it starts with that men's doubles, and it just starts going crazy. Yeah. King's flying around. You got Raul ripping forehands, and then the women just take that wave and ride it.
Yeah, I'm just really proud of the way they played. You know, the unity, like those two pairs are playing quite well. Actually, the 3 pairs, I don't want to really make a lot of changes right now because it's working. But Kevin taking over the net so well. Tanya doing a phenomenal job at the net as well. We had a little bit of a let up in women's singles. It's okay, but then we were able to bring it back up and step up in doubles.
Tell us about this Atlanta home crowd.
It's always fun to play with our crowd. You know, like maybe the other teams feel like it's not that fair, but it is what it is. We got to take advantage of what we got right now.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you, Luke.
That's it from the ATL. They're winning again.
This one is going to be in Portuguese if my parents are watching. Mamãe, papai, beijão, amo vocês.
Let's go!
The Grim Reaper is as happy as he's been all night. As we see, they put the stamp there. They started off with a great performance in singles, Kevin King leading the way, but all three, Raul Garcia and Trent Bride, having his best performance of the season so far, gave them a 13-point lead. And then the women for Atlanta, Ava really picked it up in that second bolt, but Sion kept it close, right? They were down big, but Sion kept it close. Ava, even though it had her best performance, Sion, incredible comeback to give them a 1-point win in the women's singles. And then once again, we get down to the doubles. It's been the consistent theme. Now that teams are starting off better. It's been coming around that first doubles bolt in Atlanta. The Kevin King effect came out on fire. He is just an incredible presence. And then when he came back in for the mixed doubles, I mean, that is such a huge advantage to have a player like that. As you see, they have a 217 to 187 win. Just an incredible performance for Atlanta. I mean, Jonathan, got to see this in person, both coaching today as a guest coach, but now you got to see the Marcello effect. Was it just a flash, or is this something real?
I mean, it's the Marcello effect. It's the whole team effect. Like we said, I thought everybody on their team played well when they came in. Trent played well. Raul played well. Obviously, the Kevin King problem. All three girls played great. So when you have 6 players all functioning and all firing on all cylinders, it's an easy job for a coach. They kept their energy up. I was super impressed, and the atmosphere was absolutely electric. I'm so happy I was able to come.
Yeah, this was just so much fun here with the sold-out crowd Saturday night. But we're going to come back once again tomorrow, 2 p.m. Tampa's looking for their revenge against Jacksonville. So joining us one more time tomorrow. Thank you for tonight. Let's see you then.